to Big Vile Opinion. Moderators, with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. This channel is a negativity-free channel, drama-free channel, and we are here to push the message out. We will not be distracted. So with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. Welcome to Big Vile Opinion Platform.
And I just really want people to know, I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing here.
I can feel his club, yeah. I can feel his drink, yeah. I can feel a good vibe coming over me. Oh, I can feel a party, yeah. It's somebody's birthday. Happy birthday. I can feel a groove, yeah. I feel a DJ, yeah. I can feel joy. I can feel trust around me. I can feel people, and I can feel the love. And it's all in the air tonight. And it's all in the air tonight. It's all in the air tonight. It's all in the air tonight. I can feel a high, and I can feel a shot. Oh, I feel all the ladies in here looking so hot. Oh, I feel them on top.
Lifetime, as far as quick on lifetime, as far as lifetime is concerned, there are real people, real women out here really being abused, really missing. They're really missing. They're really chained up in basements. I've been in here 4 years. I haven't seen one person that was ever chained up in a basement come forward for anything. But I tell you one thing, before Lifetime came out, I was minding my business. I was in the studio. I was working with celebrities. I had tours. But when Lifetime came out, all of that went away. Meaning, before Lifetime came out, I had no charges pending against me. Nobody had went to a radio station or had went to, a police station. It took a year to put together Lifetime. If all of the things they said I did on Lifetime were true, it only take a minute to go to a police station. But when there's a crime committed, you don't go make a movie on it. You go to the police station. Nobody had done that.
Yeah. Yo, welcome everybody to the Big Vile Opinion live show tonight, man. I hope everybody's having a great, wonderful, peaceful day out there. We got a good live coming at y'all tonight, man. I want to say shout out to Ashley Davis, man, because she reached out to me with some content, and we've talked about this particular person, Demetrious Smith, on numerous occasions. We talked about this guy, Demetrious Smith, but we gonna revisit Demetrious Smith. It's just like each time you go back and revisit something that you talked about before, you go back and revisit it, you catch some things that you didn't catch the first time you visited that situation. Also, I got a special announcement, and I'm gonna talk about this situation with man, rest in peace, OJ Simpson, man. Rest in peace to OJ. Um, Most definitely, want to do that. I want to speak on that before I dive into today's live. I most definitely want to speak on OJ Simpson, man, and in the media. You know, man, it's crazy. It's crazy what the media what the media has going on, and what they allow to go on. Especially right now with what's going on with the passing of Mr. OJ Simpson. Man, I just never seen so much disrespect. Never seen so much disrespect, man, regarding regarding a particular individual, man. But we're gonna dive into it today. Uh, we most definitely gonna dive into it today. And take a look at some things. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. I'm trying to I'm trying to fix something quick. Yep. Let me check the chat out. Yeah. What up, CC Monty? What's going on? Let me drop the link in there, Monty. If you unique thoughts, what's going on? What's up? If Monty if you got time today and you want to hop on for this one today, we gonna have a good show today. We're gonna have a good show today. Most definitely. I'm trying to I'm trying to just a second, you guys. I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay. So first of all, I want to start by saying Lisa trash. Trash. It's Lisa Trash. The other night we was on live and Miss Lisa Trash made a comment in the comment section, and it was a typo. She reached out to me via email and let me know that it was a typo, that she wasn't, she didn't intend to uh put it in the way that it was entered into the chat. And she emailed me, and I myself, me personally, Big Vi, would like to do the right thing. Me myself personally, Big Vi, would like to do the right thing, and that's for Lisa Trash. If y'all see Lisa Trash coming to the chat, let her know that Big Vi personally came on and extended his apology to her and say that I apologize for blocking her the other night when we was on live because her comments seemed a little bit out of context, but she emailed me and let me understood and help me understand what she intended to put versus what came out into the chat. And me personally, as a man, Big Val opinion, I'm gonna apologize to Miss Lisa for not uh getting an understanding of what she meant by that comment that was put in the chat the other night. So Lisa Trash, I apologize. Big Val opinion. I'm gonna figure out what I have to do to get you back into the chat as we proceed with this live today. Brother Jeff, what's going on? I can't hear you, Jeff. If you're talking, I can't hear you. I hear you driving, but I don't hear you personally. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. So, what up with it, Patrick? Um, let me go here. Let me go here, you all. Just we finna get this show on the road. We about to get this show on the road shortly. All right. Oh yeah. Okay, here I am. This is where I wanted to go. I think this is where I need to be. Uh, okay. All right, y'all. We almost there. We almost there. I'm trying to make sure we get Miss Lisa. There she go. All right. All right, Miss Lisa. Okay, Miss Lisa, we back. We back. We back. We back. We back. And that's how you handle it. And that's how you handle it. Situation handled. Situation handled. Bless it. What's up with it, bless it? What up with it, Joe?
Yo, what's going on, man? Everybody in the chat, peace and blessings. Can you hear me clearly?
Yep. I hear you good and clear now.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know, man, what was going on last time I tapped. I just said I'd come back in. But yeah, I'm just getting off work. about 30 minutes ago. I saw the link, so I said, man, let me go ahead and chime in for a minute. And I saw the title, so I'm like, man, let me go on here and get in there with you.
Oh yeah. We're gonna start off right here today. The disrespect of TMZ, man. What I saw to be disrespectful. Other people may not, but I feel it's utterly disrespectful for TMZ to post this jail picture of OJ Simpson on the day of his death. Like you couldn't find no other picture. Many of pictures of OJ Simpson that's going around on the internet. And this the picture y'all choose to put on y'all cover story.
Man, they bogus as hell. Man, first and foremost, man, rest in peace to the legend, OJ the Juice.
Juice.
Yeah, they bogus for putting that jail picture up, man. And they the only ones I've seen that did something like that. TMZ, man, need to be ashamed of themselves. Rest in power to the legend OJ the Juice, man. It's always, it's always the shade that they got. I mean, even the man just transitioned, and y'all want to sit up here.
He out the way, living the rest of his life out. And this is the shit that you all that TMZ. But it get worse though. It get worse. And this shit right here really pissed me off. What up with it, Mountain?
Hey, Grand Rising, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
All right. Good to
Hey,
see
yo,
you.
man, what's going on, brother? How you feeling this evening?
Hey,
Now
man,
this
I'm good.
right here,
Good.
now this took me over the edge. Now this shit right here is what took me over the edge. Caitlyn Jenner. Good riddance. OJ Simpson. So I was like, what the fuck? So when I went and looked up the word and what that word means, riddance, it said the actions of getting rid of a troublesome or unwanted person or thing.
Wow. Unbelievable, man. I mean, no respect for the deceased. I don't know, man. We live in some spooky times, man. These people, I mean, the way that I was raised, we just didn't play with. We didn't play with the deceased. We didn't play with people, even if it was an enemy.
Right.
It's just like certain things you don't do because you don't want them. You don't want them spirits on you for one, and for two, it's just it's a loss of integrity, no morals. I mean, there's certain things you just don't do, and playing with the deceased is one of them. I don't understand that.
It's crazy,
Well,
man.
one thing you got to recognize in this world that we live in today, the moral decay that has beset us is astounding. Like, I mean, just look around you. Look at the social norms that was somewhat frowned upon years ago when in our great grandparents' day. Now it's highly acceptable.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no moral or ethical sense.
It's I mean, it's almost to the point where you can't even say that the shit is sad because it's so normal.
Man,
When it comes to our people, look at how they degraded, Mike, how they degraded Prince, Whitney. Every time one of our great entertainers, past the transition, is always this negative ass tension surrounding when it comes to the media, though.
Mm-hmm.
But it's mighty funny how Bruce Jenner wrote what he wrote, good riddance, but this dude is a transvestite.
He gon' Bruce
He's got
Jenner,
a confused mind.
right?
At least OJ still was some conviction in who he was. Nigga, you don't even know who you are.
Hey, Bruce Jenner, Bruce gonna be the first individual person charged with sex trafficking. Because he a man acting like a woman, so he crossed the
Man,
state.
At least OJ didn't act confused. This nigga's acting confused. He don't even know who he is.
Hey, you caught that in jail.
hey, bro.
He's sex trafficking himself, man.
Yeah, man.
Every time he travels, he committing a man act.
Hey, you a fool for that one, bro. But that's the truth, though. And you know what's crazy with that? Like Monty was just saying, man, that the days and times that we living in are so weird. I mean, back in the day, if you people that were, homosexual or whatever, they kind of kept that shit on the low. But all this shit, all this flamboyancy with that whole community, man, and it's like if you gay, be gay. But what you gotta dress like the opposite sex for? You know what I'm saying? See, now we treading off into mental illness because you're not a woman. No matter what you do, you never gonna be a female, bro. It's just not gonna happen.
You can't give
I got a picture. I got a picture of an actor, a European actor, or either an actor or a musician. This nigga walking up the stairs, arm in arm with a dude. This nigga got a dress on with a full beard with mascara and shit on. Now tell me if that shit is not androgynous.
Man, you see what the world is doing? The world has turned.
A straight demon.
The world has
Sodom and
turned.
Gomorrah, bro.
Who is the TikTok couple? This person named Joe Robinson, aka Miss Netta. You get online on TikTok, crying on your TikTok, talking about these people talking about you and calling you fat and fat shaming you, but you're not embarrassed about sitting on here calling yourself Miss Netta and you're a whole man. But everybody all over the world is watching these people, celebrating these people, encouraging, indulging in this shit. Like this man got to walk around here with a whole nother man dressed up like a woman. All like you say, back in the day, that shit was kept in its own society. Now they putting this shit in front of you, putting it in front of your kids. Most importantly, they put it in front of the kids and making the kids feel like this type of behavior is acceptable.
Right. That's the part right there. The children are exposed to so much, debauchery, and it's everywhere. They pushing it, and that's the whole agenda is to push it towards the youth. So they'll be all messed up in the head and thinking that a man with a beard supposed to be wearing a dress and weirdo shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Like, these people, man, that are pushing this agenda, I would go as far as to say that they are satanic. We read about this type of stuff. Yeah, we read about this stuff in the Bible. Sodom and Gomorrah.
They've gone as far as allowing children, pushing legislation through Congress.
Yeah.
Legislation.
Yeah, it's in the school system too. They attacking the school system with this mess. It's everywhere, bro. It's been like this for like the past 10 years with them targeting the youth with all of this extra flamboyant homosexuality activity in the music. the music they promote artists. A lot of these artists that be talking about they homosexual, I don't even think they are. I think that that's just an agenda that they're pushing through these record labels. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? And you know what, bro? It's funny that you said that because remember that chick? I think she a musician or actress. Her name is Wo Vicky.
Yeah,
You ever heard of her? She
yeah, I
said
heard. Yeah,
she said she knows Lil Nas X personally, and she was like, Nas X is not gay. She was like, it's
I,
not gay. It's the agenda that's being pushed through the music industry that they like what you call it humiliation rituals like type shit
yeah,
where putting niggas in
yeah.
dresses and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, I knew that's who I had in mind, and specifically was that little Nas X dude. I'm looking at him like this dude. He trying his hardest, but I don't believe he's gay, man. He probably, and that's crazy. Little Vicky came out and exposed that because I believe it's a lot of that going on with if you remember
Check
that. I
this
mean,
out, Jill.
we can
Check
even
this
go
out
to
right here.
go ahead, bro. My bad.
Let me get it. Check this out, Monty and Jill.
Y'all, they are fucking niggas around. They giving niggas some shit. It ain't even what you think. You fuck around, wake up tomorrow, shit, ass nigga with a footy on, and don't know what the fuck you just did. I mean, real shit. Your motherfucking meat pistol fucked up and your ass hurting. You don't know what the fuck to say. You don't know who to tell. But this is what the game is going to. Then here it is, it's time for a contract to come out. They gonna want to sign you for 5 years. You like, nah, dog. So you don't want to sign with us? Nah, not for no nah. Man, pop in the tape. Show this nigga what he did last night. I'm serious. Dude, this real shit I'm telling y'all on. You got fucked. What you gonna do? You gonna sign that contract. You don't want nobody in the hood to see that shit. You don't want this shit to get out, dog. These niggas that you see constantly high, they're not getting high because they like to get high. They're getting high because they know what they done. And they can't live with that shit for real. This is some real shit. This real shit I'm telling y'all. Some motherfuckers can't say this shit because they already know about that goddamn tape. They on that tape. This is a shiesty, devilish game. I'm telling y'all.
Now he talking about the music industry. He talking about the music industry.
Wow.
Now,
yeah, man, I believe it. I believe it 100%, man.
He made me think about something. Because I don't know where the hell J-Rock is. But when I heard him say that, a while back, J-Rock brung up the movie Ricochet with Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
And in that movie, how did they frame Denzel Washington?
With a sex tape.
They drugged him. They caught him, handcuffed him to a bed, drugged him, shot him up with all type of drugs and shit. They had a woman coming out that was infected with an STD, just sat there and just having sex with the man, recording it.
He barely conscious.
He ain't even conscious.
He was so drugged up.
So when he do come to his, he do get sober. He trying to tell his wife that the dude that they thought was dead is still alive and the man is chasing him. Nobody want to believe him. So he like, look, I got it. I got a videotape right here. I'm gonna show you. He popped the videotape in. It's him in the bed, drugged up, handcuffed to the bed, and the woman having sex with him.
Yeah. Man, that was a good movie too, in comparison to the whole situation with J Rock. Shout out to J Rock when it was like compared to Kale's situation, because it was like it was the framing of that man.
Right.
It was so calculated and meticulous. You know what I'm saying? The way that criminal in the movie, the villain in the movie was framing him. He was just every step he knew he was gonna take. He already had a booby trap set for him. It was like crazy, man. It's kind of like real similar to the Kale situation from my vantage point.
I'm telling you, bro. Last night, when I watched that video last night, when that dude said that, and then, bro, I just thought about Kale. I'm like, and he say, motherfucker know they did it. So are you gonna sign the contract or you not? So I'm like, man, what if this similar shit happened to Kale and they threaten him, like, you know what I'm saying? If you do this, we won't release this tape. But if you don't do it, we won't put the tape out there and make it look like you this bad person.
That sound about right. That sound about right. To release. Basically, listen, especially then go back to that damn tape. And first of all, the forensic videographer who examined the tape, who said he couldn't even conclusively say that was him.
You're right. Exactly.
Right.
So I mean, like, what are we doing? And then I'm trying to figure out how do you charge this man?
You cut out Monty.
Yeah, man, that was spot on. You know, I see we got D Money in the building. Provoke thoughts with us, bro.
Yeah. Oh, y'all finna hear some shit right now, though. I'm finna get started on. I'm about to get started on chapter 7.
What's going on, my peoples?
Damn, we got blessed in this thing tonight, man. What the? It's going on,
man.
What up with it, D?
Hello, fellas. How y'all doing, man?
What's
going on, Blessed?
Oh, man, it's so real. I had to bless the channel. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir, man. Hey, it's an honor and a pleasure to have a player on the panel, man.
Already, it's a pleasure. Yes, sir. It's always a pleasure. Real record now is real.
Most definitely. That's all the time.
Yeah.
Twice on. That's all the time and twice on Sunday.
There you go. So I'm gonna just listen, man, and catch up what y'all talking about, and then I'll chime in.
We got chapter 7, man. We're gonna be looking into. If you don't know who chapter 7 is, that's Demetrious Smith.
Oh, I got it. I'm on it. I got you.
All right.
Hey, BB.
What's up with it?
Hey, I don't know if I told you, but it was a new set of people up here now. I'm gonna tell you why, and this is I sat down and chopped it up with my cousin who's a trial attorney.
Okay.
And I told her, I said, listen, first of all, how could you not charge the parents for reckless endangerment of a so-called minor? Why? We know why that, because that was for financial gain. They knew that. They farmed their kids out to come up financially. Number two, and so if he violated these children who we are charged under God to protect at the cost of our life, if needed, why do you go to the media? Why you don't go to the police when your child has been violated? Number three, they didn't file no charges because they were complicit. And then in addition to that, had they filed charges, guess what? Kells will have subpoena power, so he could subpoena any and all people that he want on that stage.
Right. He was explaining that the other night. The reason why the parents didn't bring charges.
Right, but on the second issue that you were talking about why didn't he if she was of age or if she was underage. Kel said it himself in the Gayle King interview that, hey, why they didn't go to the police first?
Right.
For real.
He have said that from day one.
Day one.
If, what he say right here, I'm gonna play this one more time. If a crime was committed, you
Right.
go to the police.
You go.
As far as quick on lifetime, as far as lifetime is concerned, there are real people, real women out here really being abused, really missing. They're really missing. They're really chained up in basements. I've been in here 4 years. I haven't seen one person that was ever chained up in a basement come forward for anything. But I tell you one thing, before Lifetime came out, I was minding my business. I was in the studio. I was working with celebrities. I had tours. But when Lifetime came out, all of that went away. Meaning, before Lifetime came out, I had no charges pending against me. Nobody had went to a radio station or had went to, a police station. It took a year to put together Lifetime. If all of the things they said I did on Lifetime were true, it only take a minute to go to a police station. But when there's a crime committed, you don't go make a movie on it. You go to the police station. Nobody had done that.
That's like a dope dealer telling you go to his stash spot. if he said I'm gonna take the police to my stash spot.
Right.
Now this man truly committed these crimes. He go to the police. Come on, man. They don't. I mean, they want us to think that this man is the world's dumbest criminal.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
What
Hey,
else
I know.
before we get started? What you finna say, Jeff?
Yeah, I know the topic is D. Smith tonight, and it reminded me because I remember on Facebook. I mean, shout out to the brother T. Stevens. Me and T. Stevens was talking with Demetrious Smith, and right before the New York trial, it was we was commenting on posts and things, and the brother asked Demetrious Smith, like, man, is you testifying against Kells or what? You know what I'm saying? Because it's right before the New York trial, and when T. Stevens asked him that, he said, Demetrious Smith said, and I wish I would have still had the post or whatever to reference it, but he said something along the lines of, "Nah, I'm on for I'm on the prosecutor as a witness for the prosecution, but I'm actually gonna try to help him out when I get on there as a hostile witness." You know what I'm saying? So you consider me a hostile witness when I testify. So when his actual testimony came out, I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't lying, because man, everything he actually said on the stand actually worked in Kel's favor, but they just didn't play it right. You know what I'm saying? Because they still found him guilty of the bribery, and all that shit should have been thrown out once the man sat up there and said he didn't have nothing to do with it. And then he was like, the only reason that they putting Aaliyah in this situation is because they're trying to add that timeline to show a pattern of behavior. That's right. Basically what that was about, because they knew they couldn't actually charge him with the marriage because it was so fugazi. It was fraud written all over it. You know what I'm saying? That was just it. Yeah, it was just interesting when he said that. Like, man, you know what? I'm a hostile witness. And I'm actually there to help him out. That's what he told me.
He said that Darren McDavid, or he said he would have got in touch with R. Kelly before the trial, and he would have got to talk to Robert. He wouldn't even testify.
Right.
I heard him say that multiple times. He said, Darren McDavid paid him the money. I guess he felt like he was owed some money, and he wouldn't testify. So, but what he did do, that we all heard the man. Well, we all read the transcript where he clearly said that Robert had nothing to do with him bribing that official.
Right.
What up with it, Provoke? Man, Noob, get your ass in here, man.
Look here, man, while we trying to get people in here, I want to just send a shout out to Jeff. Jeff, I heard what you said about me, man, and I think the same way about you, man. You're
Oh man.
you're a real one, brother. And Vi,
Oh
you
yeah.
feel about you, my brother. And
Well,
Provoke, I'm subscribed to your channel and everything, man. So let's just get it cracking, man, and see what we can do.
and this what it is, man. When we
Yeah.
got
Man,
men,
appreciate that, brother. Same man. Vice versa.
alphas,
Much love.
alpha males,
Yes,
not
sir.
no goddamn in between or over the, on the fence, don't know what the gun line look like.
And
Alpha
if you don't mind me telling on live, I raised my children by myself, man. And I thumbs up to you, man, because I know it's a hard job, my nigga. But at the same time, we doing what we supposed to do against all odds. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
and still be on something trying to help someone else. Oh man, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Most definitely, man. I
Absolutely.
appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling y'all, this is something that I look forward to. This brotherhood coming on here
yeah,
every day, having these conversations
right on.
and creating a safe, positive, productive environment for men to feel like they can come on and be real and be themselves.
Right. I got some in Houston, man. If any one of y'all ever in Houston, man, link up with me, man. I'm gonna lay out the red carpet for you. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be on, man. Because us men, we don't really talk a lot. Women tell each other about their health. They tell about what's going on in relationships. Everything. Men, we have to stand guard, have a guard up or whatever, but we need to start talking amongst each other to help one another.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
That's the goal.
Yeah, man.
We got noobs in here. We got Provoked Thought
Yes,
in
sir.
here. Go ahead, Provoked Thought, through your thing. You and news real quick, and then we gonna get the show going, man.
There it is.
Oh, it looks like Derek is out, so I'll start ahead. What's up, everybody? I'm Noobs. I hooked up with Derek, I don't know, a few weeks ago now. I've been working over on his channel a little bit, trying to get him going, and listening to Big Ivy's channel whenever I get a chance. I just got turned on to his channel not that long ago by Derek, and so yeah, good to meet y'all.
Same here.
Salute, y'all.
Hey.
Welcome, news, man. That's news,
Yeah,
man.
I'm in the
Other
building,
news.
man. I'm here, man. Hey, Noobs, what's cracking, brother? How you
What's
feeling?
up, man? What's
Hey,
going
man.
on?
Hey, nothing much, man. Hey, we up in here. I got to come park and sit on my man's couch. One thing's for sure. Two things is for doggone certain, man. When it comes to Demetrious Smith, I've been on his head from the gates because I know that he robbed my man's. I know he took a per diem card and went shopping for Christmas for his family. I know that he sent his baby mama to try to get allegations against that man. I know these things, man, and it's crazy because we know this, and the world doesn't want to receive it the way that they should. Now the main thing about Demetrious Smith is this: he did want to be a hostile witness. He came off as one. But when it came to what the government was trying to do, they overlooked all of that because all they wanted to know was a marriage license purchased and who was it purchased for, or not even on the behalf or behest of, man. And truth be told, with that pastor, it was Demetrius and that girl standing up there for all he know. If you don't know what the man looked like, you throw some shades on anybody and call him R. Kelly back in 1993.
See, especially when you got a brother that look just like you.
Right. So, we got, all of this foolishness going on with this man right here. That was his manager, stole his first check from Big Break and on from there, and pretty much, assisted in starting the extortion plot that we looked at that came up 30 years in the game that they was doing this to this man, without him even knowing. And it's a shame that it took all of this for him to even realize that anybody was playing him. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Demetrius, he could have did a lot better by that dude, man. But he chose to give you
He
for his
chose
jealousy.
to take advantage of.
Yeah, his jealousy and envy, caused him to just run amok. You know what I'm saying? Run amok, and you see them type of storylines and satires, man, in different things. Like I tell everybody, I watch wrestling, man, and it's this cat named Trick Williams, and he had a homeboy that got jealous of him because he was going for the ship. And every time he turned around, he took him down. Sneak attacks, sneak diss. And that's what all of this is, man. It's been a bunch of sneak dissing over the years because of rumors that grew into a man going to jail for absolutely nothing. Period. Started by this dude right here. And I, like my man Muse say, yield back.
All right, y'all, we finna get it cracking, and this shit gonna get the cracking right away. Soon as he open his mouth, y'all gonna hear motors right away. So let's go.
To introduce the name of your book and just give a brief background as to your relationship to R. Kelly, please.
Hey, good morning, Ned. How you doing? Thank you for inviting me on this show. Again, my name is Demetrious Smith. I was R. Kelly's former personal assistant and tour manager. I worked with R. Kelly from 1985 to 1995. I worked with R. Kelly during the early years of his career. 10 years ago, I released a book entitled The Man Behind the Man, Looking from the Inside Out. That book was released, and the media knew about it.
Okay.
And it describes my relationship with Robert beginning in his early years. I was an entertainer when I met Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind. Y'all heard what he just said. He say
Mm-hmm.
he was an entertainer when he met Robert.
I was a singer, and I was on like a break for the end of the winter time because it was hard traveling on the highways in Chicago in the winter in the back of a U-Haul truck. So we took a break, and I went to work with my friend Cliff, and he taught me how to be an anchor man, and we videotaped different talent shows.
Oh, now that's something y'all didn't know about Demetrius. You heard what he just said?
What did he used to be? What, an anchor man?
He was taught how to be an anchor man.
Oh,
dealing with videos.
Uh-huh.
Because it was hard traveling on the highways in Chicago in the winter in the back of a U-Haul truck. So we took a break, and I went to work with my friend Cliff, and he taught me how to be an anchor man, and we videotaped different talent shows.
Okay.
This particular night, we went to Kenwood Academy, where I saw Robert Kelly on stage, a shy, bashful kid, and he performed an original song which captivated the audience and me.
So that's where you met R. Kelly.
You met him. He was a shy, bashful kid. You always maintain that. When did he become the monster, though?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And what year?
Well, at the time he was Robert, and he.
What year did they do this interview? What?
This was just recently. This was right before the trial in New York.
So you're talking about like 2021.
About probably 2020 or 2021.
Okay.
So he just recalling his time working with Robert. But he gonna talk about some shit, but we got the other shit too. So y'all know we gonna stop it where we need to and let him talk. Let him talk about the setup that he put together.
He was a kid. About how old was he at that time?
He was 16 at that time.
Okay, so you made a couple points that I just want to go back on. You said you wrote your book 10 years ago.
Yes.
So this is not. So I saw you in the Lifetime docuseries, Surviving R. Kelly. So your book, because I've read your book, details some of the things that the girls are talking about now. So you came out with some of these allegations years ago, a decade ago.
Yes, I did. I was pretty much one of the first ones that exposed.
What's this guy's name?
Well, when it was presented to me,
Demetrious Smith.
He was the first manager of R. Kelly. He was when R. Kelly was 16, he was 26.
that R. Kelly was really having affairs with a young girl. It was Tiffany Hawkins. And
now he said R. Kelly was having an affair with this young girl, Tiffany Hawkins.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen to this.
Posed. Well, when it was presented to me that R. Kelly was really having affairs with a young girl, it was Tiffany Hawkins. And I took Tiffany to an attorney because I don't do police. I was younger.
Pause. Now you are managing R. Kelly. You are managing R. Kelly. He's your artist, and he's having a sexual relationship with a young girl, and you gonna take the young girl to an attorney against your artist. You got to make that shit make sense. Who in their right mind would believe some shit like that?
That's fucking insane.
How does a minor file a lawsuit or sign anything legal without a parent or guardian? So why would you take a minor to an attorney in the first place, outside of just obvious reasons? But they can't even do nothing with a minor without parental consent legally.
So Noobs, Mounted, you saw this the other night. So Tiffany Hawkins, this is Demetrious Smith, said that R. Kelly did this to this young lady, and he took the young lady to an attorney. But what did R. Kelly do?
He sued her.
He sued her ass. You think a guilty man is going to countersue you? The man asked for a paternity test. He was willing to give up his DNA. A guilty person gonna do that?
I don't think so, sir.
And who is the girl in question in this article? Tiffany
The girl
Hawkins.
that you just heard Demetrius say he took to the attorney, Tiffany Hawkins, the first girl. That's the first girl to spark all of the bullshit after that.
Yep. And it don't make any freaking sense because it's like, if you are my artist, man, I got your best interest at heart. I'm not going to listen to what some heifer got to say.
I don't believe in police, so I took her to an attorney.
What? Wait a minute. Look.
You didn't hear him say that?
Yeah, I did. But what I'm saying is this. This is what I was saying a few minutes ago. When these so-called atrocities, heinous crimes are being committed, last I checked, attorneys don't investigate crime. Okay? They don't investigate crime. Like, do we have to go back to Romper Room? He's taking. We go into the media, we go into lawyers, but we're not going to the rightful people, institutions that can investigate this alleged crime. So what are we doing? These people look stupid. They're wasting the court's time.
It wasn't even about the crime, man. It was about the money.
It was about the money.
There was no crime or no identifiable crime committed, but they know
Fucking straight extortion. Extortion
they
at the
know
10th
that with an
power.
artist, and they know that with an artist that they've groomed to say, we'll handle it. You just concentrate on music. Don't worry about it. This comes with the industry. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of that for you. We'll make it sign a NDA. Those are the things that happen to that man.
It says Dan Closure, Kelly's spokesman, said in Chicago Sun-Times, 100% denies he has had sexual relations with Tiffany Hawkins.
If you see that Booger Wolf, you know it's true.
His lawsuit asked the court to declare that he is not the father of Hawkins' child and to award him more than $30,000 on each of the two claims alleging intentional infliction of emotional distress and interference with prospective economic advantages. R. Kelly 100% denies he's the father of this child.
So, gents, just to remind me, maybe I just fell off the wagon somewhere, but just to remind me. So we go to attorneys to investigate crime, right?
That's what it looked like.
So I don't know. Maybe we've regressed. The rules have changed. The modality of how our society has changed.
Well,
I guess that's how we're supposed to do it now.
But you know what, man? If you really think about it, and this mounts you, if you think about it, we talking about 30 years ago. So this ain't just happened. This was the play 30 years ago.
They ran this play for 20. This goddamn attorney that he took this young lady to sued R. Kelly for 25 years straight.
Good Lord, that was her job. Oh, I want to buy a house, so let me go ahead and sue R. Kelly. Got me a house.
Got to go over here and hit the ATM machine.
She said she will fly to California every 2 weeks just to get her hair done.
Off R. Kelly's back, man. Crazy.
She said she sued this man so much that she stopped publicly filing lawsuits. She would just call his goddamn attorney and say, we got a girl down here, said R. Kelly abused her, and they'll discuss a settlement and they'll just pay it.
Yeah. We're currently trying to get her a set of papers, but
Right.
That's nuts. When you think about it, it's crazy. I mean, when you look at the fact that this was the first girl, man, if you could get a picture up there, Big Val, Tiffany Hawkins.
I remember we looked at all of them.
Oh my God, this woman, man. I mean, she was ugly back then. She was ugly all through her 20s and 30s, and now she's in her 40s. And man, I'm telling you, ain't a damn thing changed. Still ugly. Nature does not change your hideousness, and she is just hideous. Hideous. So you mean to tell me that this is that was Demetrius's little crackhead friend, man?
Man, watch this. I'm finna play this through a little bit more. Then y'all know what I got. Y'all know who. Hey, Jeff, you know who I got on the other side.
You know, I know, Big Guy.
I got the interview with Toxic Diamond and Demetrious' sister, who telling you who was really messing with these girls. So I'm gonna be in between both. I'm gonna let Demetrius do a little more talking, and then I'm gonna go back and the sister gonna say no.
Hey, careful, bro. Hey, listen. YouTube might give you a strike for telling truth.
Hey, if they strike me, they better. If they strike me, they better not let me back up.
They might give you because you can't be a truth teller nowadays on these social media platforms, or they give you strikes. They want to ban. They want to demonetize and all that nonsense.
R. Kelly, Eric Reed just said some real shit. R. Kelly's in jail for crimes that were committed by other people, and they just say he did it.
Right. He the one with the money. Y'all don't let these
Yes, Tiffany Hawkins had a child by Demetrius when she was 15.
That was the baby they were trying to pin on R. Kelly.
They tried to pin it on R. Kelly. The fact
And
that
if
Demetrius
I'm not,
talks about he was taught how to videotape people, and all of a sudden R. Kelly get accused of making a child pornography tape after he got fired. Now, all this shit came out. The marriage with Aaliyah shit came out after Demetrius got fired. The sex tape came out after Demetrius got fired. This is the same man said if R. Kelly wouldn't have gave him no money when he got his stipend, somebody was getting ready to have a headache.
Yeah, he finna hit somebody across the head. Man, you know, hey, he said that.
Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat, y'all. I'm a little in between playing the video and catching up with the chat, but we finna get caught up though. We finna get caught up. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hitting that share button. Most importantly, turn on that post notification bell, man. Sub to the channel. We gotta get the channel through the roof. We gotta take the roof off the house, man, to fit more people in.
Look at that fool. Demetrius said that he ain't no crook. I mean, I'll take some shit from a motherfucker, but I ain't no thief.
Right.
I'm like, what? Wait, huh? What? Yeah. Oh man, that had me scratching my head for days. I'm like, you will take something from somebody, but you're not a crook. Wow.
What the definition of is.
What is? Oh man, oh my God, that's that shit from Shinola.
Yep, that's it. That's exactly the same stuff.
Yeah, that's some shit right there. I'm not a thief, but I'll take something from your ass. I'm like, good Lord.
Put the car out and drive, man. Make sure y'all got y'all seatbelts on.
All right, let's ride out.
Demetrius Smith driving like a bat out of hell.
Posed. Well, when it was presented to me that R. Kelly was really having affairs with a young girl, it was Tiffany Hawkins, and I took Tiffany to an attorney because I don't do police. I was younger then too. This was all a new experience to me.
How was you younger, and nigga, you was 26 years old, and R. Kelly was 16.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Demetrius.
So if R. Kelly was grown and Tiffany was underage, nigga, you had to be 40.
Because I want everybody to really follow this timeline. When you wrote your book, you weren't writing about R. Kelly. It was an autobiography about your life, and it happened to include or be connected to R. Kelly, right? So this wasn't, when you were writing about some of these sexcapades and all this, you weren't really doing a tell-all about him. You were just talking about your life.
Well, yes. When I left R. Kelly in '95, it was a difficult time for me. And I left him, I was broke. When I left him, I had 4 children that my sisters were keeping for me while I worked with him. I was a single parent. And when I left R. Kelly, it was time to go home and make a home for my children that we never had. And
how could you be broke working with R. Kelly?
Robert Kelly didn't pay anyone. Robert Kelly he didn't treat his people good. He didn't treat us good. In the beginning, we worked without money. I worked with him 5.5 years before he even got a deal. And that was my own sacrifice. I began to put him in. I had a band put together for him. That included his brother Bruce. Killer was supposed to be, one of the acts, and we got that going, and it seemed like it had great potential because I wanted to put Robert on the road to do the military circuit. I wanted him to work to earn his money, and what happened was that I took him to people that were sponsoring me when I was singing, and I introduced him to them, and they took a liking to him instantly and began to finance us, putting them in the studio. And a lot of that interfered with my plan. They were supposed to have been supporting me, and I took what I did to make Robert out. But instead, they wanted to take it over. Supposed to be, one of the acts. And we got that going, and it seemed like it had great potential because I wanted to put Robert on the road to do the military circuit. I wanted him to work to earn his money. And what happened was I took him to people that were sponsoring me when I was singing, and I introduced him to them, and they took a liking to him instantly and began to finance us, putting them in the studio. And a lot of that interfered with my plan. They were supposed to have been supporting me.
You see that?
Uh-oh.
Right there.
Uh-oh.
They were supposed to be supporting me.
That interfered in my plan. Because my plan was for Robert to get his big break through me so that I can be the one who take control of everything. When these other people got hold of Robert, Kels, you gotta let their role manager go.
Yeah, they treated you like the flunky that you was. The flunky that you was.
What you moving life, right? You remember when they can't get right?
Uh-huh.
Well, the boy can't go without us. He need us. We help him.
We good. We good. We appreciate it. Yeah,
we appreciate it.
We sure appreciate it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Pat you on the ass, sing you on somewhere. Pap, go ahead. Bye-bye. Oh, man, that's crazy.
Man.
Unless it fell off the panel.
Let's see.
Go ahead and get him back together.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy, man. Like he literally said it right there. Like I was jealous as fuck. The green eye, that green eye monster was right there in that whole statement. I was the winner. He said at the beginning, I was the entertainer. I was entertaining, but
yeah, he wanted to be R. Kelly, man.
You talented. You might have been talented. I don't think so, but R. Kelly was gifted. That was a difference. And they saw that shit. They're like, yeah, we don't need no 5 heartbeats. We only need 1.
And it didn't sound to me like that dude had his own shit together. R. Kelly.
No, he was a crackhead. That's why we call him Chapter 7.
Yeah.
And he talk about his book. He makes sure and he asks people, did they read Chapter 7? Then he asked him, what was Chapter 7 about? He said, that's when I was smoking dope.
And so he published this book in 2010.
You looked it up, News?
Well, I'm asking the question because he gave.
No, he said he published it 10 years after he left. So he left R. Kelly, so he published it in 2004.
In 2004, okay.
Yeah, so this book has been around, and you can see about a shitty font and shit. It was probably a worse seller.
Yeah.
Didn't nobody read that shit. And all through while R. Kelly was going through his shit, he was doing interviews, he would mention that damn dumbass book all the time, like somebody was gonna go buy it. Don't nobody want to hear your cracky tales.
Yeah, he's plugging it.
Yeah. Demetrius remind me of one of those crackheads that you have them cutting your yard, washing your car, and then when you fire them and you hire someone else to wash your car and cut your yard, they say, well, he didn't get that part. He missed that. He missed that dirt on your car. He didn't edge the yard up, right? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
While he's swiping your Amazon packages.
Exactly. Yeah. But he'll go around and tell the neighborhood, I used to work for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to get clout.
Oh, if he see the police, he gonna tell them you got drugs in your house.
Yeah.
But he don't do police though. But he don't do police unless he pissed off at you.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord, Demetrius. Why, sir?
That's a good one, man. Yeah, man.
What is up with this clown, man? Yeah, I guess
uphill
you
battle.
bro.
But you know, at the end of the day, man, everyone was stealing from this man, man. I mean, the proof is in the pudding that this man put out so many hits, man, that there's no way he can go to the bank and find out there's less than $500 in it, man. I mean,
Right.
that's the proof right there. Because, I mean, I can call the bank right now and say, hey, I got a $300 charge. They gon' that I don't know nothing about. They gonna stop it, right? So,
Right.
I mean, for this man to be in the worth billions of dollars, and I'll contest anyone that I know this man worth billion. You know what I mean? A billion or more. That he couldn't go in the bank and have no money. That's crazy. When I heard that, I say I got more money than R. Kelly. That's crazy. And then, you know, everyone on this panel had more money in the bank than R. Kelly. That's crazy. You can't make that. You can't make sense of that.
Only way you make sense of that, you got a motherfucker around you like Chapter 7. The man say he got fired.
Yeah.
Even when he got fired, Kale said he gave because his brother-in-law, Craig Hodges, fronted them some money
Right.
to get studio time. But Kale said when he fired Demetrius, he gave him that bread back that they were fronted.
Right.
He gave him that and parted ways with him.
But
Demetrius
also when he parted ways with him, his credit card was still good because Demetrius was still using it.
yeah, he went to the gas station.
Yeah, come on,
He
man.
swiped it.
And he said he had a hell of a Christmas.
He say, "Oh, it's on." It's gonna be a hell
that
of
man said I had a hell of a Christmas. Come on,
Shoot.
really?
Say, come on, Tiffany, we go.
Yeah,
we go. we eat Red Lobsters.
Exactly. Yeah.
No more noodles, baby. No more noodles and ham and cheese sandwich.
All on Kale. You know what I'm saying? All on Kale.
That goes to show even when Jennifer came around this time around, this man, Darren McDavid, all these people had credit cards in this man's name, and this man didn't even use credit cards.
Right. And the guy, Darryl Johnson, he from Houston, he's a bum. But he got with Kels. When he got with Kels, he started living in a hotel. Man, that man ain't never lived in a hotel. I used to see him in the rinky-dink places.
Well, you know, he's full of Michael Avenatti, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Avenatti was stealing from his clients.
Hey, we can't sleep on Darryl Johnson, man, because he played a big part of getting R. Kelly locked up, man.
Oh, yeah. That interview, that $2 million R. Kelly was supposed to make from that Gayle King interview, the man that dime up.
Yeah,
he got it, and he also did a debut back on CBS to get that cash. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because you know he says shit like, you know, accusations are just accusations.
Right. And remember, he would pull Tim. Remember, he would pull Tim to the side and want to talk to him and all of that. He was giving him the place. He was giving him the place
in the Trump Tower. I've been throwing that truck through there.
No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, you know what though, man. You know, it's an easy. We watched it in real time. You know, a lot of people just literally catch up, man. And it was so infuriating to see the lies being told right in your face.
Right.
And people were so angry and so quick to call a person a monster, you know, or the worst person to scourge the earth.
They was going with the narrative.
Yeah.
But we was watching it in real time because we supporters. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Just pulling your hair out like none of this makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, none of it really makes sense. It is, you know, but it makes sense when you put the pieces together and follow the money trail and realize that you had people. He sent the first person.
Right.
And when Daryl McDavid or whoever the hell got wind of it and realized that was somebody that he was messing around with, they pulled him in the office like, bro, what is this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he had to give up the game. Well, you know, I know this lawyer named Susan Lockett. Oh, shit, I went to school with Susan. Let me talk to her.
Exactly.
Let me go ahead and talk to her. And so then it came down to they cut him out that deal.
Right.
He got cut out that deal and got mad.
That's right. That's right.
So
He got cut out. He got cut out with
Barry.
He got cut out with Barry.
Yeah, see what Barry used Demetrius for. See, Barry and them was too big to be out on the street corners and shit.
With Barry,
They knew that Demetrius smoked crack, so crackheads,
no doubt about it. There you go.
Crackheads be everywhere. They know what everybody. They can find anything you looking for.
Yeah,
that's just like the dude who washed my car. I'm not gonna take him into a meeting with me. Shit. What the hell? You know what I mean? I barely want to go to the grocery store when he have his food stamp card for me.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what Barry did was he told Demetrius, we need you to go out there and find some women that we can use to go take to this lawyer. We're gonna give you a percentage, we're gonna give her a percentage, and we're gonna bust the rest of it down.
Vi, I think that Demetrious Smith was calling Barry saying, hey man, I got a lick. Just throw something. You know,
they both was gone. They both was gone.
Yeah, exactly. Just throw me something, man. I'm gonna bring the people. Just throw me something.
So when they talked about he was recruiting the girl's friends, that's not the truth. They was recruiting the girl's friends.
Yeah, Demetrius was recruiting these motherfuckers.
Right, exactly. Because I remember a concert here in Houston. I went to, and his staff, R. Kelly's staff, was walking around giving out passes to go backstage, right?
Right.
But at the same time, he was checking ID. And not capping, but he told me, he said, that guy over there, he clean, give him a pass to come back to do the after party. He was talking about me. He gave me a whole bottle of Moet, man. And so while we was waiting after the concert, I was in the seats waiting. It was over like 25 women and just me. And but they hadn't checked all the ID. So I know the man was on the up and up. You know,
well, you heard his you remember the two guys that testified during the trial and say in order to come, he said, I can't remember the age, but you had to be 18 or 21. They did photo ID checks and they made motherfuckers sign NDAs and they took pictures. If it's all in Jennifer brief, it's in the written argument that she put in the appeal. You know, they try to say well these women were just coming backstage, but the workers for R. Kelly, that's what Jennifer was arguing as well. In her written brief, that how can you say that this is a criminal organization when these workers are saying that we had to ID the women in order to get backstage? Then you talking about one of the workers said one of the females they gave a ride looked about, she looked young, but around his age, he was 18 to 19 years old. Just because a person look young don't mean they underage. But if you're talking about Rob, then it automatically mean they underage. But it's something though. Why did they go to the store? Where would he keep all this important information at? The NDAs, the pictures, the copies of the photo IDs. That shit was probably in their storage. If the masters was in their storage, all of them NDAs, them photocopies of the IDs and all that shit was in their storage. In the feds went in their storage and took that shit. They purposely went in their storage and took that shit.
Greetings, everybody. Greetings, everybody. I'm at work still. To the distinguished panel, blessing to everybody represented, everybody in the chat family, blessing to your household and everybody there. Naturally, I was trying to come in. I agree with you. That's exactly what they went in there and was looking for. And I yield back.
And that's why you see Uncle Luke on his video
over 18 or whatever have you. He was doing what he had to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Can y'all
that's
hear
the
me?
guy right there. His name was
Hold on.
Anthony Navarro. Was the one who
I
testified
don't know what's
and
wrong.
said he was the one who was checking the IDs for the people, the guests to come backstage. He said we took Polaroid photos of the people as well to attach to their non-disclosure. You couldn't have cell phone, no pictures taken and shit like that with your phone. But that's any artist. That's any celebrity.
Any celebrity.
You can take a personal picture with me and you, but you can't record everybody in this that's backstage.
Right.
But let's
Yeah.
listen to what chapter 7 got to say a little more, man.
Come on with it.
And I took what I did to make Robert happy, but instead,
And you may
they wanted
push
to
him out
take it
there to
over.
be the star. So were you
They
there?
wanted to run it.
Were you there when with that first big break with Natalie Cole? Were you part of that era? Okay, so tell us about that beginning of that first experience. So that beginning of the making of R. Kelly.
Well, again, this came after. Oh, that came right after I took them to the people that sponsored me. Again, those things are written in my book.
Of course,
in sequence, and that came after, because during that period.
So those people he talking about is Barry Hankerson.
And then people came along and stole him from me.
That's Barry Hankerson. And he didn't take Robert to Barry Hankerson. He lied. Because R. Kelly told the story of how he got on.
Yeah, he accidentally ran into Barry Hankerson.
Dr. Demetrius robbed them from that goddamn talent show. He was walking down the street and he saw an auditioning sign on the auditorium. And he said he went inside to audition and they told him they wasn't doing no more auditioning for that day. He say so he just did what his heart told him to do.
Busted out and started singing.
And come to find out the guy that he was singing for say, well, I'm gonna take you to somebody I know. That person he sung for was Barry Hankerson at the time.
Yep. And it was over with from there. Now the thing about it is, when you look at a Demetrious Smith, a jack-legged manager that stole money from 4 people, because it wasn't just R. Kelly. It was R. Kelly and MGM. He stole money from 4 people, $100,000 prize. And that's one of the things that R. Kelly said in his interview. People betray me and he keep forgiving them. And that's been the biggest problem from day one, because this man betrayed him in the beginning and then came back with a sob story, got rehired again. And then when, things didn't go his way and he couldn't be the manager that he thought he wanted to be, then here we go with the foolishness, because he felt like that he gave this man this opportunity. Delusions of grandeur, if you will. So that's the type of cat that we dealing with, and you can kind of tell in the conversation that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. See, with Demetrious Smith, it's just like a lot of these other people. It's not what they saying, it's what they are not saying, and it's how they are saying, because they trying to say shit without implicating themselves. Right. But at the same time, if you are a good listener and you know how to, if you can peep game, as they say, real recognize real, you gonna peep game. You know when a person lying, you can hear it. You know when a person is trying to avoid saying certain shit. I can't incriminate myself.
Nephew, get out of my forehead. Get out of my thoughts.
Brother Muse.
Prophet, what's going on? Derek, what do that sound like you? When he was talking and his lady was talking and she was asking him a question about, now this was like your tell-all. This is like your autobiography. It was just, linked to events that happened that I forgot how she phrased it. Forgetting how she phrased it. That it may be included, but it was really about your life, and you see how he responded. You know what I mean? This
Uh,
dude, this dude ain't slow, man. This dude ain't slow. Like
this
I
dude,
said,
the proof is in the title. The man behind the man, and the picture with you behind the man, and you mean
we,
tell me it ain't about the man?
how many people in the hood that you grew up with in your 20s and your 30s, D, that you haven't heard that like that you people stayed away from? You know what I mean?
Oh
That
yeah,
that conversation, the way he talked, his whole. Come on, man. How many?
it's slick double talk. It's literally double talk.
There you go. Come on, Pavo. Come on
It's double talk, man. I mean, if you listen to it, and I know Noob's over here quiet and each other, but he can hear. I know he can hear the double talk.
now. And he's a
Yeah.
master of it. He's a master of it. A career criminal. And he knew how to get on that stage. They underestimated that joker to the highest degree.
Like I
I
said, my
feel
prime
that.
example of the double talk is always when he said that I'm not a thief, but I take something from somebody. What the hell? That's double talk. You can't what?
Hey, Pavo, I'm laughing because believe it or not, and no disrespect, some people will hear that and that'll go right over their head. They wouldn't even catch it.
I'm telling you, man, you can't say
You got to know a criminal mind. You got to know a criminal thought process.
I'm a can of oil, man. You can't say nothing slick to me.
Dude,
Man.
oh, dude, bro, come on, brother. You got to speak on this.
How you
Do
pick
you
up a
understand what I'm
watch
saying?
and you know the watch is not yours? You take the goddamn watch and go join the watch, and then you tell the people on the stand that, well, you picked the watch up, but you picked the watch up, but you didn't steal it.
Because
You
he
took the
left
watch,
it there.
but you didn't steal it because it was sitting there. Motherfucker, who are you talking to?
Double talk, man. Double talk. Come on. Double
You
dribble.
took the watch, but you took the watch because it was sitting there, but you didn't steal it.
Man, Demetrius ain't manipulate nobody but Tiffany Hawkins.
Man, let's see what else this fool talking about, man.
When my sponsors tried to take over what I was doing, we fell out. And when we fell out, they had began giving Robert money. They had began just catering to Robert, and nobody else around him was getting anything. And we weren't working. Our work was Robert.
Motives. We are listening to motives.
That is a snitch on myself moment, if it ever was.
Motives, man.
Like they was giving him money and they wasn't giving nobody else no money. And yada, yada, yada. Hater. It's not that.
Motives.
Oh, my goodness. And then you got to think about it. Why would a man you owe $100,000 to give you shit? Let's just be honest about that. Let's talk about that for a minute. You owe this man money because you stole money from this man. So you was probably brought back on the premise of repaying that debt. But you expected for him to give you money on top of what you already owed him. That ain't how that, man, that's not even how the game go, bro. I mean, it's entitlement at its finest. I mean, the double talk, the entitlement, it's crazy. I mean, listen to this dude. Man, keep it going. This is crazy. This is crazy.
I was hustling to make money with Robert because he was a kid that didn't know. He wasn't going out here to hustle. He just played the piano and he sang and he was bashful and he stayed in the house. When I came to get Robert, it brought him out. He began to stand up. He began to mold himself. After I think he looked up to me like a big brother, like a father,
big brother
with a big uncle image.
When you say you started to mold him, tell me some of the things that you did, because you said he was bashful. Like what? Bashful how? He wouldn't talk to people. Like what? Let us know.
He wouldn't really talk to people. Robert was super silly. Robert super silly. I think that he was I think he was a little bit frightened of people in the early days. I think that I built his courage. I think that I helped him with courage. And once he began to see how powerful how big of an effect his music had on people, then he began to stand up. He began to step out. And every time he would perform, I'm telling him how to do it. Drill him, man, you got to put this in there. Don't be, oh, yeah. But see, then Robert caught an imagination of his own, just like he writes songs. He doesn't read and write, but he writes songs. So that means his imagination just blows up once he takes something in. And that's
the fact that he couldn't read and write, do you think that caused him to be kind of bashful and insecure? And when you came along, you kind of gave him confidence? And
I believe that that's how it is. I believe that Robert is a clone of a man to me regarding who he is. And now after my sponsor's situation failed, it drew me to the streets. It took me back to the streets because I had to feed myself. I didn't have kids then. It was just me.
Had to go back to them streets, huh?
It threw him back to the streets. And you back in the streets and you see the person that you once managed is steadily rising. What's gonna be your next move?
I'm gonna make sure that nigga don't get shit. I'm gonna try to hurt him the best way I can.
Hey, nephew. Hey, y'all. What movie was it? Was it the 5 Heartbeats or was it the Temptation when she was recording in the basement and she had to take the broomstick to hit on the ceiling because they was making noise and the pipe was leaking to get the recording? Which two of those movies was that? Then when they struck it big, she was sitting there watching the TV and was like, oh.
That was the Temptation.
That was Temptation. Okay. Don't tell me that man don't sound just like that. You got where my head is at, for both. He's like that. He's not. First of all, let's make this clear. He's lying and adding some stuff and finessing. So it's so intertwined like a web. You can't tell what is actually factual that he probably just finessed and polished up. But the dude is really bitter and angry and feel like he's justified. This man owed his career and his life to me. And I've known people like that in the hood like that coming up. You feel me? Y'all feel me in the chat? You hear what I'm saying?
And he tried to kill that man for money, and he created a monster snowball effect in that man's life, and he ought to be ashamed of himself.
Right. The worst person you can come across is somebody who's not only a career criminal, but they're always in survival mode. It's always a lick and a come up. Everybody I touch is a lick. Everybody I touch is a lick.
Yeah.
How many people in the community that we grew up and we've seen that stuff, and our parents and our elders and our big brothers, even we got relatives that was out there in the street moving around doing whatever. It was like, hey, don't go over there and don't hang out over there. Don't let me see your butt over there. Y'all feel me in the chat? I yield back.
Oh no, man. I mean, like I said, it's crazy because you in this man's life at 16 years old or whatever you say, what's to say you wasn't on no foolishness with him while you telling stories about him coming at you in a homosexual way? I don't believe nothing you say, brother. I feel like that was you. You was a predator. You tried to prey on this man because of his talent and probably tried to sleep with him. If you know what I'm saying, all type of foolishness. It's crazy. I mean, this dude right here had the nerve and audacity to be hanging out at this man's trial like he was a supporter the whole time, and you pretty much lit. You actually was the amber to the flame that blew up in his life, man. Because you were jealous, hater.
That's it. And that's what Ashley said. And that's what Ashley said in the chat. It was jealousy. I would say it like I can't say it the way Boosie said it, but Boosie said it best. He coined the phrase himself: hypnotized with hatred. Look at the weight of that statement, man. Look at the weight of that. Someone that has that in their heart. And they cover it up and they finesse and they finagle with real nickel, as we used to say back in the day, nickel slick.
Right. And that's because even in a person's craziest state of hatred or whatever it is, they believe that they're on the side of right. They couldn't do what they're doing if they didn't think that they was right in some type of way.
That's it.
So he justified the fact that he felt like that he made this man. He got jealous about the fact that he was the man that went into the forefront of every single thing. He wanted to be his manager to try to, I would just say buggy whip around him and create a career for himself. He was trying to be Diddy. That's what he wanted to be. He wanted to be a damn Diddy.
Yep.
And he couldn't be that guy because you got a drug problem, sir. You can't stop smoking. So, along with that, along with the petty thefts, the stealing of the $200 out of his wallet, the per diem card that you took and you swiped until you couldn't swipe it no damn more, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got what you deserve, bro. You did. Yes, but you really didn't get what you deserve because you should be in jail for the crap that you did.
Yeah.
In putting this man into this position initially, because you were the ember to the flame. You ain't been shit in that man's life since the day you walked into it, just like a lot of these people. It caused a snowball effect.
Yep.
And I just wished that everybody can't have everything, and I just wish that God would have blessed him with all the talent that he had in the world with a spirit of discernment to kind of bat that bullshit off, because at the end of the day, when fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And ain't gonna be no third time coming to me. And I know R. Kelly forgave people like idiots like this 3 and 4 times, 5, 6 times. They didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve forgiveness from Jesus Christ himself for some of the things that they did. So, yeah, go ahead.
The thing that I don't want people to misunderstand, and I would never insult no one's intelligence. But here's the thing that a lot of people get caught up and they confuse. You can genuinely, and you must get to a level in your life where you're mature and you grow into this, and where you forgive a person, truly forgive them, that the mention of their name and their presence doesn't adjust your thermostat. The Spirit of the living God has to help you with that process. All right. And you have to yield to that daily by your own free human will. Once you have done that, then you let that go. That does not mean, hold on to your seatbelt. That does not mean that you have to continue to interact with them and have them in your life. I don't even care if it's a family member.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my point why, and I yield back. And I'm going to keep referencing this until somebody get it in other ways. The rap applies. If you don't know him, it don't make no difference. He said in one of his lyrics on his first commercial album, The Real Testament, if a person's heart is not right, now let me switch gears and paraphrase. If a person's thought process, if in their core belief system is dark and malicious and it's still there, they can say, I'm sorry a million times. But if the thought pattern and how they process information and in their core belief system has not changed, and you see it consistently in their behavior for the rest of their life, then you must remove yourself from them and give no access to them, period. But you forgive them and you move on and let it go. You might have to take legal matters, you might have to do that, take care of all of that stuff. In the meantime, between time, they ought to have no contact with nothing around you. You feel me?
I know that's right.
I yield back.
We got
y'all to check this out, Noobs. Now, listen to this right here, Noobs. Listen to this right here.
course, there was mentions in my interview that I did with Public Announcement that money was taken from him. From you, or that you took money from him.
Robert
that
gave me gave me a no, I didn't steal. I didn't take no money. I took money from Robert in the beginning. When we were down in
the beginning.
How you say I didn't steal none? I ain't take none.
Criminal mind, I tell you, boy.
How you say you didn't do it? Around and say you did.
Now that's a real.
That's like the Bible in the beginning.
Right. That's a real thief, man. That's a real thief, man. That's he a thief among thieves, boy.
I mean, he didn't get the statement out of his mouth good before he tried to spin it. I'm like, man, come on, dog.
Man, I'm telling you, man, he can look right in the man. Listen, I believe he can pass a lie detector test, man. That's how good he is.
He tried to spin that thing. Luckily, we got a damn pause button. Luckily,
man,
we paused this shit.
Let's go.
Was mentions in my interview that I did with Public Announcement that money was taken from him. From you, or that you took money from him.
Robert gave me a no, I didn't steal. I didn't take no money. I took money from Robert in the beginning. When we were down in New York. That's the only time I took any money. It was just $200. And I took that because my family was hungry. And I was in New York with him, and he had a whole pocket full of money and all. They gave him per diems and everything. He didn't give me nothing. And that's when we first started getting into it. I'm like,
see that hood, that's that criminal hood coming out.
Yeah, you first started getting into it. Yeah, I took $200. You a thief, punk. That's $200.
I was the kind of person, man.
Leaving out a lot of information, boy.
So you need to tell me that you're a thief and you gonna go in the bank and that motherfucker full of money, but you gonna take just enough to feed your family.
Come on, nephew. Make sense. Come on, nephew. Break it down.
I don't give a damn if you take $1 out of the bank on an armed robbery. You gonna get the same charge as if you took $1 million.
Why that fool got me clutching my wallet right now?
Oh man.
And ain't nobody in the crib. I'm like, man, shit. This damn, you like that? That's how you feeling?
Now,
man.
you mean to tell me R. Kelly had a pocket full of money and you only took $200? Come on, man.
I grabbed a good scoop. If I'm gonna take anything, I'm gonna scoop. Okay.
I was hungry, and I was in New York with him.
But then it kind of goes to now I'm gonna get a little real with it. Now it goes to the mindset of the type of thief that he is. He's the type of thief that's gonna steal as much as he can without you noticing it.
Mm-hmm. So that was $200 on at that moment.
Right.
So he's doing this over the course of how many years?
Right.
Every time you see him blowing some money, which was everywhere.
Right.
I mean, he had a whole pocket full of money and all. They gave him per diems and everything. He didn't give me nothing. And that's when we first started getting it.
But you was the manager. How they gave him the money, but you the manager?
Getting into it. I'm like, what kind of person, man? My girl tell me she hungry, my baby hungry. Then I got to get some money, and I'm in New York, man. You can't give to me. Somebody finna get a headache. Because I was ready to go outside and take some money from somebody. But
this man.
See that kind, man. I just seen that kind.
This is the man that a 16-year-old ran into.
Yeah.
This is the man that a 16-year-old kid ran into.
Help me. R. Kelly's trying to get me. I got you. We ain't gonna go to the police. We gonna go to a lawyer. Quit playing with me.
But he was more dangerous to R. Kelly than R. Kelly could be to anybody.
Boy,
he met R. Kelly at 16 years old, and this was his mindset.
Mm-hmm.
He remind me of the DC sniper shit.
Oh, I bust him on out of here. Somebody gonna get a headache. The family. $200.
I'll bet that dude called R. Kelly a punk ass behind his back every chance he got.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, this guy right here.
Oh yeah.
Because I think he set out from the beginning, young kid, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't know shit from Shinola. And then this guy was just going to take him for a ride.
That's it.
Yep. Yep. There you go.
He was the worst thing ever happened to R. Kelly. Him.
Yeah. Well, one of them. One of them.
He was the worst though, because without him, that man probably would have went in a whole nother direction. It's all the shit that he did that caused this man to keep running into fucked up people.
Yeah. Can't leave out BH though.
No, but see, if he would have won, and when they won that $100,000, BH probably would have never even been in the picture if this nigga wouldn't have stole the money.
Right.
See, he the one stole the money, which caused Chaos and them to have to go find a whole nother route. And that's how he ended up running into Barry.
That's how him and MGM split up, man.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was the worst thing ever happened to him, ever. Then he ended up just kept running to more fucked up people after him. But I think they would have managed that $100,000 enough to go get them some studio time. Somebody was going to sign them guys because they could have got better quality music put out. They could have went a whole nother direction. But this motherfucker right here, he took advantage of them young dudes. And I'm talking about he had the crack house bumping all night, $100,000 worth of dope. You come in the dope house with that kind of money, they ain't even let you leave. You gotta sit here.
Yeah, you ain't lying, bro.
What up, Courtney? Man, think about somebody in MGM was smart enough to manage certain things. Them young guys probably could have went. I know they would have went a whole nother direction, because when he took the money, that wasn't left Chaos walking down the street with no money, broke. Damn, let me go inside this auditorium, man. They doing auditions in here.
Right.
He wouldn't even been auditioning if he would have had that 100,000.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that was their money, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. It was crazy. And he, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy how that type of shit happened, because, he was his de facto manager, and he got him in all them bogus ass record deals where he had, besides Jive, 3 different other people sucking money out of his 12 play album.
IBM, all type of motherfuckers. Universal Music Group. I mean,
sucking money out of all of his shit.
And I remember something about a fake restaurant.
Oh, that was Darren McDavid. That's later on. He everybody got a part of the flourishing off of R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Everybody got a part.
Damn near, except for R. Kelly, they gave him the illusion of wealth while they was living the wealthy life.
Yeah.
While they're spending his money.
Yeah. They let him, they bought a mansion for him and shit, you know what I'm saying, just to keep him calm, and constantly give him $100,000 while they taking the other 4 out the bank.
And then the lawsuit that he was paying, they was setting up, they was taking, now it's the manager doing. They was setting up concerts for this man to be at, and he knew nothing about it. So the venues was giving them advances. R. Kelly don't show up to do the concert. Now he's getting sued by the venue.
Fuckery, man. Fuckery everywhere, man. That's crazy.
He got to pay back some advance money that he never even received.
Somebody else took for him.
Yeah. It gets despicable, man. It's like, whoa, like what was they really doing, man? But you look at how it all started, and what the problem is that he got, at the same time, through his record label, messed over in 360 deals. So he was getting probably some of the shittiest contracts that you could get at being a world-renowned artist. To a point where he tried to, have his own record label, and then they fucked all that up.
Well, I think the damage was pretty much already done by then. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I would say, yeah and no. The rumors and all that stuff. But I would say that as far as the boomerang effect and it coming back around, you damn right, it had already been done.
Yeah, I mean, because so much had already happened by that time. The downward spiral had already begun.
Right,
and so
then the
Right.
law.
He had his best. The Chocolate Factory album was his best, and that was in the midst of him going through the trial and from 2002 to 2008.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so, and then when that woman goes out on national television and says, hey, if you've ever, been in the same crosswalk as R. Kelly, dial 1-800, rape victim.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? While all of this is going on, with his most successful album ever, I'm just, because I keep going back to all these women that were just crawling out of the woodwork. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And like you say, no open investigation
Right.
prior to the it was the docuseries that sparked the investigation.
Right.
Not
And it was like that other dude
docuseries.
was saying just a little bit ago, he's talking about, this dude took him over to a lawyer because, for whatever reason, somebody decided that it wasn't worth a criminal investigation. So he wanted to start a trial for a civil investigation, private eyes and all that kind of crap that whoever lawyers hire.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit, man.
You can tell that Demetrius was the type of guy, he would try to get dirt on you, or he would do shit behind your back or unknowingly, unbeknownst to you. And when you try to separate from him, he put this shit in your face like, well, you fire me, I'm gonna put this out on him. Because they was cool all the way up until he got fired in 1994. And that's the same time, right about a few months after he got fired, he sold the goddamn marriage license to Vibe magazine for some money.
He sold the marriage license, like a copy of it, or what?
He sold what was supposed to be a marriage license of R. Kelly and Aaliyah. He sold it to Vibe magazine. Nobody had never seen it. People had heard certain, rumors.
Uh-huh.
R. Kelly fired him. He capitalized on that shit by producing this license.
Right.
And sent it to Vibe magazine.
Now, there are two stories out there surrounding, this marriage license. And I'm sure you guys have heard them both. So what is the deal with the marriage license? Who bribed the Clerk County Court and obtained?
You're looking at it.
And that's what I thought. Now, I have another question, an add-on question for that. Who sued the Kirk County Clerk about the marriage license, for the marriage license, to have it, removed?
Aaliyah
she was in the process of suing Cook County about the marriage license before she passed away mysteriously.
Okay, and she passed away in what year?
2001.
Oh, well, okay. So wait a minute. So because the only thing that gets reported about the marriage license is that the parents had the marriage annulled in 1995.
Right. Well,
but
3 days after they got married, August 31st, 1994, they say the marriage was annulled 3 days later.
Who said that?
According to the Vibe magazine.
Okay. So I don't know which one of those is the case because let's see. If I'm looking at they got married August 31st, 1994 and testified
Yeah.
he bribed Cook County with $500 to get a fake ID, blah 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 blah. Carolyn Harris was the Cook County Clerk Office Supervisor. She previously testified to obtaining a marriage certificate, but she didn't say anything about who, whether it was the dude or whether it was R. Kelly and Aaliyah or what. And then the only other thing that I see is that her parents had it annulled in 1995. So I'm
And
not
see,
clear.
this is what Demetrious Smith, if you see on the stream, this is from the Vibe magazine article that they published of what he told them took place. He said to them that the reason that they did the marriage was that for say that
R.
R.
Kelly
Kelly
and
could,
Aaliyah flew to
yeah.
Chicago. But the
He
story
said,
always was that R. Kelly flew to Chicago to be with Aaliyah because of the situation.
right.
So that shit right there is the freaking lie right in 2 sentences in.
Yeah. Then he said the reason why he
Now
married.
wait a minute before we go any further. So what you're saying is that Aaliyah and R. Kelly could not have applied for the license because she was in Chicago and he was on an airplane.
He was in Louisiana around the time of this alleged marriage supposed to have been took place.
Okay. Now the marriage took place where?
In Chicago, in
Chicago.
suburban Maywood.
Okay, and so there's controversy about whether or not this ever happened, correct?
Right. Because the annulment laws, from all the annulment laws that I've read, you can only annul a marriage in the state that it was in the state that it took place. But they say that the parents annulled the marriage in Detroit. But then at the same time, you can't annul it. There's no such thing as a one signature annulment. You know, both parties will have to sign off.
Right.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, and because I remember seeing an article at some point about an interview with the pastor that supposedly married, Aaliyah and R. Kelly. Now, as I'm reading through this, and this is before, having this conversation, but as I'm reading through this, the thing that comes to mind is that this pastor, he remembers two things. He remembers that the couple that came in were wearing like matching jumpsuits.
Right.
And that he didn't know R. Kelly from a fucking hole in
the ground. Right. Right.
Yeah.
You right on point.
Mm-hmm. He said the Aaliyah had her
the door swing open and there they were.
Right.
A bald dude with sunglasses on and a female with hair all over her face.
Right.
That you couldn't even see her face.
Okay, so that is a thing then. That wasn't just me just kind of looking for cracks.
There's no speculation. There's no speculation. That's common sense.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Then he say, the same man. Now, this is my thing is this. Here, Demetrious Smith, the guy we see on the stream, he say this ID that he bribed the worker for at the welfare office. Look what it say right there, news. It say it did not show her age. So what was the getting the fucking ID?
Right.
Because you have to get the ID to prove age in order to even get a marriage going.
And I heard that the argument for that was that the ID that you provided, it just had to be accepted by the court or the
by
court
the clerk,
supervisor
and
or
that's a
whatever. Yeah.
lie. The clerk is under a goddamn oath. They can't just say what they feel is criteria
Right.
for marriage license. The criteria is a government standard.
And so my only question, where that is concerned, if the clerk, actually looked at this ID and thought it was legitimate, so two possibilities exist. She didn't know shit about ID cards, which seems kind of strange if she's the county clerk, or she's got something to do with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I can't find it now, but I swear I saw something that said specifically, it showed like a case number and everything where Aaliyah sued the Cook County Clerk's office.
I got
But
it right now.
Oh, you do? I can't find it anymore. The only thing that keeps turning up is the annulment by the parents in 1995.
And see, the annulment supposed to be on the seal. So how is that turning up?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It could have been the parents that leaked that,
Now you gotta ask questions. You don't see this no more. That's on the stream. But now
But
you
am I looking
see
at the wrong screen? I'm looking at the wrong screen. No wonder I can't see it right. I'm looking at. There we go. That's much better.
So now you're not seeing this no more, but you saying I need to see that annulment that the parents supposed to been signed.
Right. Yeah, I'd like to see some documentation for the supposed annulment.
Haven't seen none.
Hey, Miss Fat, that's the person that's speaking is Noobs. He is on my channel every time I go live on Provoke Thoughts Live on our panel. So, he is very well informed. He does research. And as you can see, his research leads him to where we are.
How you doing, Miss Fap?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He all right, man. I'm trying to tell you, he all right. He's all right.
Yeah, I came at this from a different angle, because I met Derek through a political connection, and we started looking at the similarities between what had happened with R. Kelly and what they're currently trying to do with President Trump. And I don't know, I just became invested in the R. Kelly story after that. And so here I am over on Big Vi's channel to get a little more.
You see,
no. And news, let them show this is our brother News. Show these people who you are, News.
What do you mean?
Turn your camera on for a second. So
okay. Hold on a second here. Let me. I wasn't exactly set up to go.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
This is
give me a minute here. I'll get it rolling.
Miss Fat. Just Muse Black. Just Uncle Muse. Yeah, I can vouch for him. He all Gucci, Miss Fat. We good.
I'm trying to tell you, and the main thing that it is, man, we have to put things in perspective because common sense is common sense, and that shit breaks color lines. Straight up.
We gonna trade. We trade Fannie Willis for News, man.
I swear to God, she can go ahead turn her black card in. We got somebody that's gonna hand it right on over. You know what I'm saying? We got somebody to. You know what I'm saying?
That's our brother News, man.
Yep. Hello, everybody.
All right. You can go back into hiding if you want to.
Yeah. All right, let me go. Let me get back in crawl back under my rock here.
Yeah, man.
I guess it's my time to speak now, huh?
Yes,
we
sir.
The black delegation.
Yeah, come on, man.
We the black delegation trade Fannie Willis for News, man.
Oh my God!
I was out on behalf of all of the white boys that got their ass kicked in the hood because they were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, let me go ahead and say this. What up to everybody? Shout out to the chat. Big vibe once again. Thank you for having me on as per usual. I see Uncle Muse in the place, Noobs, and of course, Mr. Provoked Thoughts, aka Derek.
Yes, sir.
I caught a little bit of live because I had a few errands to run. I was on my way home, and boy, Demetrious Smith, he doesn't seem to amaze me, don't he? I mean, this is the dude that will steal your shit and help you look for it.
For real,
Yeah.
straight junkie shit.
No lie.
Yeah, and it sounds like that's what he did.
Yeah, that's him. That's that dude. He will steal your shit and you lost, and he's gonna help you look for it. That's him.
Ain't this the same clip though? Did he say
Y'all
that?
hold it down. Y'all hold it down right quick, man. I gotta go grab some paperwork right quick.
Jay,
What's up, Miss Fat? What's up, Lottie?
Yeah, go ahead. What were you saying there?
But I was just saying, man, you know, when it comes to Demetrius, man, this is the same cat that said, you know, and I keep on going to it because it's like it's the most double talk shit that you know, when he said it with Nick at Night right here, and she looked like, what the hell did you just say? And he said, I'm not a thief, but I'll take something from a motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't steal anymore.
He was like, I ain't never took nothing from you. Oh yeah, that $200. Oh shit, I forgot about that $200. Oh, I forgot about that watch. Oh, I forgot.
Because he said, well, I'm not a thief, but I did take something from took something from in the beginning.
I mean, I think in this particular interview, he said he didn't steal, but he actually told about 3 instances where he literally stole money from. I was like, holy shit, is this the bait and switch? Because you just said.
And who comes out with that? Who comes out and just, you know, blurts out that top dollar number? You know, if he said 200, he meant like $2,000.
I took a couple $100.
Great points, Noobs.
Yeah,
what's the old saying? If somebody tell you something multiplied by 3.
Yep. I mean, because it's one thing if you ask somebody, you know, hey man, I got some money missing. You know, what was it you? Because then they know you know how much. But when you're just volunteering the information, you're gonna lowball that number. Just, you know, that's just human nature. And so what did he really steal? 200 my ass. That's like 81 million votes. Give me a break.
It might have been close. I believe it's closer to 1,000 than 200.
Man,
and over the years,
or it might be along with what you said, around closer to 2.
Let's just go ahead and do the tally. We got $100,000 that we know he took, so that's $100,000. He said 200, so we're gonna say maybe about 10,000. So that's $110,000. Also,
credit card issue.
You took a per diem card and you swiped that bitch until you couldn't swipe it no more. So I want to say about maybe 30, 40,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess like 30, 40. Yep.
Yeah, $30,000-$40,000 right there. So you're looking at about $140,000 right there. Not to mention the fact that you started sending females to an attorney and splitting the money with them, or giving them like $1,000 and taking the rest. So we looking at the 500,000 or close to $1 million, depending on how many females you were involved in sending to that attorney.
And how many years did he work for?
He worked for him for like
what, about five years?
Oh wow! Man. So yeah, in 5 years, I'm gonna guess just on the ballpark, at least $500,000.
Right,
and back in that time, yeah, that's like 1.5 million now.
I mean, so you got to think about it. Every time, and J Rock can tell you, every time this man came out with an album, an accusation followed it in the 90s. It was crazy.
Yeah,
right.
It was literally insane. Do you remember that how that shit used to roll, J Rock? Don't you? Every time an album dropped, a female, it says that R. Kelly gets up, you know, and it went away real quick because of the simple fact that it went away real quick because the lawyers just made it go away.
Right, and here's the thing about Demetrious Smith also. because I have to definitely throw this thing in too, because we have another good partner of ours. Shout out to Black CEO Media, and you know that's our guy. He had a little medical episode, but he's doing better now. Shout out to him, and hoping he continues to do well. He cannot stand Demetrious Smith because he actually followed his R. Kelly saga a lot. Now, there's another reason why he can't stand him besides some of the stuff you've already heard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Demetrious Smith had also SA'd a known YouTube blogger too during an interview.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not gonna put out her name because that's not my place, and I'm not gonna air out her information like that. I know who she is, and much love to her, and I hope she still continues to heal from that traumatic experience. But then there was actual audio, and I think somebody had video of it. And then when he tried to essay, or let's just say he had his member out after the interview and was trying to push up on her, and he was trying to apologize. He's like, I'm sorry.
It just does that on its own. I can't control it.
Right.
Say pull it out and be like, it's not gonna suck itself.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. And see, and she was interviewing him based on some of the stuff about R. Kelly. Now, obviously, I would believe after that incident, her whole opinion about Demetrious Smith and possibly R. Kelly had probably did a complete 180 after that.
Mm-hmm.
And also with Demetrious Smith. And see, Vi brought it up earlier about what happened during the time that Demetrious Smith was actually sleeping with Tiffany Hawkins, and she was the one that got pregnant and tried to pin it on R. Kelly.
What happened to J Rock? I don't know what happened to J Rock. What the heck? You know, hey,
I'm still
craziness.
Here.
Yeah, he's talking. What are you doing?
I'm
what
still
are you talking
here.
about?
He was talking, and I don't hear him anymore.
Derek's got a sound issue now.
Oh, okay. Okay, but like I said, with what happened with that, I mean, with Tiffany Hawkins trying to pin the baby on R. Kelly,
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, I'm gonna take you to this attorney, which now goes to the fact that they've been running a settlement Ponzi scheme behind this man's back for years.
Now, this is the same cat who was writing little notes on the checks, right?
No, that's Darren McDavid.
That was Darren
McDavid.
Okay.
He was the one who was recruiting the girls and taking them to the attorney. That's what Demetrius was doing.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's been front and center in a lot of this. And what people don't want to say and what people don't want to discuss is the fact that, you know, if you look at Demetrious Smith and you look at R. Kelly, I am now in the belief that any young so-called underage girls that was around R. Kelly was due courtesy of Demetrious Smith.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%.
He was the one that was bringing all them young girls around there. If there was any underage girls, he was involved in it, and then try to pawn off Tiffany Hawkins in a lawsuit against R. Kelly. The funny part is, and this is where I really believe this: Tiffany Hawkins and Demetrious Smith. See, when Tiffany Hawkins came up with her story, you can't profit off of having a vendetta against an old washed-up singer by the name of Demetrious Smith.
Right.
But you can profit having a vendetta against R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Bingo, J Rock. I'm at work, J Rock, so I'm in and out. How you doing, my brother? Mr.
Man, I'm
Timeline.
hanging in there. How about you?
What's going on, man?
Hey, it's my Friday, man. I'm so happy you don't know, man. I got something special waiting for me in the refrigerator.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, man. Is it liquid?
It's been rough.
Is it animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Put my music on, and I'm going to sit back and relax.
There you go. Sip on a little something. All right. I ain't mad at you, baby. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, yeah, y'all know how I get out. You know, I got to have my little every now and then. I try, hey, But I promise you, man, this dude Demetrius, boy, and I hope that he say what the coin phrase that I keep on saying, because that dude killed me with that. I was dead. I'm like, okay, you the original. Yeah, I because this the one that floored me with him, and I'm like, bro, what is you doing?
Yeah, and so who does this guy remind you of in recent political news?
Oh, Nathan. Not Nathan. He remind me of old boy. Not Nathan. One that Terrence. Goddamn me.
Mark Cohen.
Oh, Mark Cohen. Yeah, cop and please and shit.
The fixer, the supposed fixer, who's really the setter-upper guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? He tells you to your face that, oh, hey, there's this problem that you need to know about, but don't you worry about it because I'll take care of it.
Uh-huh.
And so he's inventing the problem, and then he'll go and tell Rob about the problem, and
okay.
Don't you worry about it. I got this.
And truth be told, Demetrious Smith was nothing but a hanger on
and not just a hanger on, because how much of that money for these things that he's fixing is he skimming? Hey Rob, this is this ain't nothing you need to worry about, son, but it's gonna be a couple hundo to make this go away.
I mean, seriously, and literally, those females got lowballed in the deal.
Yeah,
they probably got a couple $1,000, maybe.
Yeah,
something to go shopping and shit. While the attorney got his, and then maybe Demetrius smoked up about $10,000 of those dollars. And
that's
everybody
exactly
else
what I'm saying. Yeah,
everybody else got the rest. The lawyer got the rest because. This, at a certain point, Daryl McDavid got involved. Well, yeah, Daryl McDavid got involved in this scheme.
Did they overlap or were they separate?
It was kind of an overlapping thing. Because and what it is that okay, the attorney is getting all these settlements, wondering where the hell they coming from, and probably put two and two together, or
right.
It probably wasn't really complicated because the issue was with that is the fact that R. Kelly suffered from some deficiencies, with dyslexia. So,
but it also occurs to me that after Demetrius and going into Davies, that he's starting to wise up a little bit as to some of the bullshit that's going on.
Some of it.
Right.
But not all of it.
Because he also probably feels like he's got this big weight off of his shoulders because Demetrius is gone.
Right. But the crazy thing about it is this man's career exploded onto the scene. It wasn't like a slow burn or any damn thing.
Right.
It was like, boom,
get in there.
Right. Boom, superstar. And the next thing you know, he's probably being pushed around all over the country. The record label is going to select who probably manages you at some point. When you sign a contract, you have no control over anything. So at a point, Demetrious Smith was fired and didn't even know it. He was a hanger on. He was just somebody that was, carrying bags and shit.
Right.
To be honest with you.
Right. Well, it didn't sound like he was ever really managing in the first place.
Right. I mean,
he was called the road/tour manager.
Right.
That's what they call. That's what they gave him the title of, just to keep him around.
Yeah. And so this guy is Smeagol, and Rob is the fucking One Ring.
Right. And everybody that got fired, you see, they all got fired at different times, but they all came together for a common purpose, and that was to bring R. Kelly down.
Right.
Bring him down or to milk him for all he's worth.
Hey, Noob.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they mentioned this to you, if you know this, but correct me if I'm wrong, nephew, but I do believe that Daryl McDavid and Susan Logan were colleagues.
Hey, Noobs, I think you got a question out here for you.
And who's Susan Logan?
I heard they went to the same school together.
Yeah, that's the one that they was bringing a lawsuit to. She was the one to find the lawsuit. So, and
Oh,
Derek McDavid at the time, his role was what? He was the accountant, right, nephew?
Yeah, account manager, same position that Barry and them. He's accountant slash manager.
and so this is McDavies, right?
Right.
McDavid was.
All right.
And
So
why?
McDavies was the guy that the record label pushed on Rob to replace Demetrius, right?
Possibly.
Pretty much. Pretty
Okay,
much.
Possibly.
and then what you're saying is that McDavies and the lawyer that brought the initial case against R. Kelly were in cahoots before he even met R. Kelly.
They knew of each other.
Right.
See,
They was colleagues. They was colleagues. So
okay,
that ain't no coincidence.
right.
Right.
You just
And
shine
not
some light in the situation.
right. And
Yeah,
not to
well,
mention
it
that,
makes sense because we've had discussions before, and I brought it up just a little bit ago about the cute little notes that McDavies was putting on checks.
Right.
And so, that kind of lends something to that discussion, knowing that he and the lawyer knew each other before
There
he
you go.
even went to work for R.
There,
Kelly.
there you
So,
go.
not
There
that
you
it
go.
means anything, but I'm just saying, I mean, in that
Yeah,
context.
I'm right with you. I'm right with you.
Then it's so crazy though, the fact that he was writing settlements on those rent payments,
Right.
and they still got found not guilty of obstruction. Goes to show you what was the government looking for.
Right.
What were they looking for? If this man clearly giving her payments, and on the payments it says settlement is in hush money,
Mm-hmm.
why did they still get found not guilty of corruption, but he the only one got charged?
that's crazy, man. I mean, because the design was to get one man.
Shout
Period.
out
I
to
mean,
everybody in the chat that's coming in. I want to say a big shout out to everybody in the chat that's coming in. We just having a good conversation, and I know sometimes when we talking and having good dialogue, it's kind of hard to keep up with the chat. It's a one man show over here, but I'm trying my best to keep up, and the guys are catching the comments and speaking on certain ones that they can speak on for the most part. And I'm gonna yield back and let Derek go, and then I'm gonna play the rest of this video of Demetrius.
Hey, before there we go, J Rock, Larry asked a question in the chat. Maybe you can share some light
I'm
on it.
already on it right now. I was actually typing them back. Now, if I was to go ahead and go in the video, and I'll just hit the answer in the chat. I can do that, or if you want me to answer it over the right now.
Yeah, chat it up, man. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, just put it in the chat because we want to try to get through this video.
Yeah, go ahead. I got it.
So basically, man, when it comes to Demetrious Smith, man, and this whole thing, like I keep saying, and I've been saying on this live, he was the ember to spark the flame for all of these things that happened. Big Vi said that this man was the worst thing that ever happened to him. I respectfully disagree, because he had a whole bunch of people that have been the worst thing that ever darkened his door. We can talk about Lisa Van Allen. We can go ask L'Oreal Clary. We can do all of that. But at the end of the day, this clown right here, the only thing he missing is a nose. I mean, straight up criminal, man, and the convoluted logic of a junkie and a street dude that I ain't never seen before in my life. It's like, man, just roll the footage, man. Just let's go.
And while he's getting ready to roll that, I just wanted to go back because I was thinking about that while I was listening to all of that. And yeah, if this guy had not been Rob's first influence in relationship to the contract with MGM, yeah, I think I totally agree. He would have gone in a completely different direction, man. Because I remember that time, all the high school kids and junior high kids were doing air bands of R. Kelly, and him at the MGM Grand and doing all that kind of crazy shit. Yeah, it would have been a different scene, totally. I think.
Yeah, you're damn right. It's crazy. So
Even
let's
when you think about him auditioning for 5 Heartbeats, if he would have got that movie role,
Oh yeah.
You know, in that movie, 5 Heartbeats, he would have been exposed to a whole different demographic than what he was used to. This dude,
Yeah.
Demetrious Smith, was a local joker, man. He didn't even have no motion. You know, this is the crazy part. You trying to promote me and you ain't even got no promotion.
Yeah.
You got to make this shit make sense.
Yeah. I just envision, you know, when we talk, we're kind of talking about that, you know, path not taken or whatever. A dude, you know, like Will Smith times 10. You know, if he'd have been an actor and gotten that, you know, his foot in that door.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it would have. You know, I know we just speaking hypothetically of things would have went that way, but unfortunately, he ended up meeting this motherfucker right here. You know what I'm saying? And it was everything from this point was downhill. And then for him, I'm gonna say this before I play the video. For R. Kelly to have the type of personality that he had then, just imagine how innocent he was then compared to how he is now. He's still forgiven now, but he's caught up to the understanding part of it. Like, damn, this shit really happened to me. You know, this shit was really going on around me. So back then, when he say he was shy, standoffish, wouldn't even approach females, and then you say you groom. If you go to some videos, this fool say he groomed R. Kelly.
Right.
So what that mean when you gotta listen? Now we talking about a man like this talking about grooming a kid at 16 years old. How the fuck you think he gonna turn out?
Right.
It depends on what you put in, but I mean, you know, that's you know the problem whenever, you know, because it's almost like, you know, he didn't find, you know, fame and popularity. It found him. You know, it was pretty much just a matter of time. And so, you know, when he walked into it with a support system of essential, you know, criminals and gangsters, you know what I mean? And so they were, you know, saturating him in this environment of, you know, man, you know, you can do whatever the hell you want to do whenever you feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I want to play this before I want to play this right quick before I get into this. When this video, he was talking about when he got into he said when I got it so good, I got it so bad. And when I got it so bad, I got it so good. And he's talking about his earlier, you know, coming into the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play this video right quick. And then we're gonna finish out that video, and then shit, man, I'm gonna call it a night on this platform because your boy got a job to go to in the morning, man.
Big value.
I thought this was your job, man.
It is.
Man, this motherfucker don't pay enough for me to even buy tissue, man.
Hey, we gonna get there.
Congrats,
though, bro.
man.
Yeah, on your tissue.
It's only part time though. Let's go. Let's present this. Oh, it's already up there. Okay.
You just got all these panel people in the way.
Going out right now because I feel good about the music. I feel good about you guys being here. And whenever I see this many people in front of me, my mama say start singing. I'm telling you. So that's what I've been doing since a child. Which leads me to this subject of my story. Like I said in the beginning, man, I'm saying the end. When I was a shorty, I just always wanted to do music. Okay. And I wanted it so bad, I got it so good. Once I got it so good, I kind of got it so bad because that's the nature of the gift. Some people are talented and some people are gifted. I would like to be known as one of the people that are gifted. Meaning because of the fact I took my story and what I've been through and I channeled it. You can take tragedy and turn it into triumph. That's when you reach the zenith of a true champion. Don't mean to be too deep, but the shit is real talk. I have taken tragedy and somehow turned it into triumph. I didn't run under a rock. I didn't go over here. I didn't go over there. I stayed focused. And I'm more focused than ever because why? Much like the guy when you catch the football, he runs. And that's what I got. I feel like I got that ball in my hand still, and I'm still running. So my story is all of this: sex, money, broke, women, clubs, and even church. It's all of those things mixed up into one. I'm not afraid of it. I understand that it is the nature of life. This gift I have is a beautiful disease, and I'm glad I got it. Thank y'all for coming out, man.
Yeah.
When I got it so good, I got it so bad. When I got it so bad, I got it so good.
It's deep, man. You know, and to say, you know, he said that years before Gayle King interview when she asked him how did his past affect him. He said it affected his music, and he said that years before that. That was years before. So the story, like I said, his story never changes, man. It's these females and these other people, man. Their stories keep on flipping.
People saying, well, why are you sweating so much? The man say he like his studio warm when he's singing, so it helps his vocals, man. The man spend money on his vocals. You know, he didn't perfect it, what it takes for him to do what he do.
Any singer tell you.
That's when we first started getting into it. 'Cause I'm like, I was the kind of person, man. My girl tell me she hungry, my baby hungry. Then I got to get some money, and I'm in New York, man. You can't give it to me. Somebody's finna get a headache. Because I was ready to go outside and take some money from somebody. But instead, I took it out of his wallet because he had a whole bunch anyway. And then I felt like he was wrong to me. And then I told him. You see, so that was in the 90s. Now we're talking about I left in 95. No, I didn't steal. Now that's, Robert tells you everybody do something to him. You know, everybody will sign papers and say you did something. But,
Now that's a lie right there. Now you say he left in 95.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Steal nothing from nobody. I'm not a thief. I'll take some shit from you. But I ain't a thief. After I left.
Run it back. I didn't hear that again.
And I'll tell you what, and I think we talked about this before, Big Vi, we need to start our own timeline. And every time we come across one of these videos, we're going to put a little mark on that timeline when somebody did what and when.
Right. We got to, because from one platform to the next platform, shit changes.
Yeah, it does. It does. From one article to the next. Yeah.
Been consistent in this whole thing is R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I left in 95. No, I didn't steal. Now that's, Robert tells you everybody do something to him. You know, everybody will sign papers and say you did something, but I didn't steal nothing from nobody. I'm not a thief. I'll take some shit from you. But I ain't a thief. After I left.
Man.
Yeah.
I still had.
He just contradicts himself. Like he talks in phrases of 4 syllables.
After that, I left him. We're done. And
let's talk about the Part DM card then, baby.
Hello.
Express. Okay. And here it is. I'm nobody. I'm not a thief. I'll take some shit from you, but I ain't a thief. After I left him.
Nah.
I had
he would have said, I ain't no thief, but I'll take some shit. That's different. When he say, I ain't no thief, but I'll take some shit from you, that's a thief.
See,
why would he even bring that up?
Because he can't help himself.
See, here's the thing, noobs. One thing about a lot of these people that's been around R. Kelly, some of these people are cut from the same cloth and run around in the same circles. What you just heard from what Demetrious Smith said is the exact same type of shit that you heard Lisa Van Allen say. The same woman who jumped up in a studio, who stole R. Kelly's Rolex that would be worth roughly almost up to $100,000, basically. She turned around and said, and when she was confronted with it, she said, well, I didn't steal it. He left it there. Bitch, it ain't yours to begin with. What the fuck?
Right.
See,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
the
if you gave a damn about the dude, it'd be like you left your watch.
And so whatever came of the watch incident?
Oh, they pawned it, and then the pawn shop ended up calling they ended up getting in touch with R. Kelly because it was personalized. It was a personalized watch.
Right. And so, I mean, did that chick go to jail or what?
No.
Nah, he forgave her.
Oh, so he didn't press charges.
Nope, he forgave her. Then
Well,
she came back with her daughter.
All she had was another man.
But she said he was a predator.
Still had the credit card, the American Express.
Okay.
And here it is. After that, I left him. We're done. And Daryl, his accountant, knew I had this card. And he said, man, you just hold on to that. Shit, I used it.
So
Daryl knew that, so that wasn't still.
Oh, so Daryl was there around the time that he was there.
I told you. McDavid.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're talking about the same dude. So this is their overlap. And this is what I was talking about with these two guys. Demetrius
he knew it. So they didn't turn it off. I said, I got the card. He said, well, you just hold on to that, man. You might need a little something. Don't worry about it. Because I was.
Okay.
This is R. Kelly accountant told him, man, hold on that. We ain't worried about it. You might need a little something. Why is Daryl McDavid worried about what the fuck Demetrius need if he no longer employed?
I said, I got the card. He said, well, you just hold on to that, man. You might need a little something. Don't worry about it. Because I was.
Who's Daryl? Sorry.
Daryl McDavid, his accountant.
Okay. So his accountant knew that you had his credit card. And when you decided to depart from working with him, he gave you the green light to be able to continue to use his credit card.
He didn't say use it. He said
that
hold on to
like
it.
Bullshit.
He said use it. He said hold on to it. But here I am broke. I went to the gas station one day. It's winter time in Chicago, Christmas time, and I went to the gas station broke. I'm talking about I was. So what happened after that? I went to the gas station one day and I tried the car and it worked.
Okay.
It was Christmas then. That's just the bottom line.
So you used the card. Was that kind of yourself saying, "Hey, this is my payment, my severance package of leaving"? Like how?
I ain't kidding. I didn't think nothing about it. It worked. I use it. Fuck it. That was my thought.
Yeah.
So, you got some piece with that.
You knew it was going to work.
And now this is the man that the prosecutors put on the stand to corroborate their allegation. This is what he just said.
He just admitted to a felony.
But
severance package of leaving, like how?
I ain't kidding. I didn't think nothing about it. It worked. I use it. Fuck him.
Fucking.
It worked. I used it. Fuck him.
Yep.
See,
this was a key witness.
And this is the same witness that also got immunity.
Of course.
This is motive. This is motive. This man has had a motive to get on that stand. He shouldn't have been a fucking witness against R. Kelly, man. Conflict of interest, man.
Mm-hmm.
Conflict of a crackhead. That's what the fuck this is.
See, now
contradictions of smoking rocks.
Now the thing about this is, I'm at the point now. Any negative story that has not come out against R. Kelly, I am now putting it in the 90% bullshit category now. I'm there, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. Remember a couple other little stories. Remember I told you about about LSG when the LSG project should have included R. Kelly but didn't, and you should at least produce a couple of tracks with them, and it didn't happen. Now, there's another story about R. Kelly that's been thrown out there, and it was an artist by the name of Joe. Now, Joe jumps out and says that when his album debuted, All That I Am, which was a banging R&B album, one of the best albums of the year when it came out, he said that R. Kelly put in a call to the radio stations and said not to play Joe's music over the radio. Now, my belief now is this. R. Kelly never made that call to those radio stations. I believe it was Barry Hankerson and other people involved that did it.
Absolutely.
And the reason why I say that and come to that conclusion is because the time that Joe's album came out was the exact same time, same year that LSG's album came out. R. Kelly's record label blocked him from going on to LSG. So it shouldn't be much of a surprise that all these people that were supposed to be in R. Kelly's circle were trying to block Joe's success too and through R. Kelly's name like he had something to do with it.
Man, R. Kelly ain't hating on a motherfucker in this music industry. He stood alone.
He gave Joe 2 of his songs. I mean, they were slightly used, but he still gave them to him.
Facts. And see, and that's another point. If Joe had such a beef with him, why did you take the songs that R. Kelly issued you?
Right. And that was Make You My Baby and More, which R. Kelly should have kept that. Because that was a jam.
Oh, yeah, More. He definitely should cut that one.
You know, Joe didn't even do it justice, really, to be honest, if you ask me. And that was on the wonderful Loveland album. Oh, God.
Right, Miss Fat, Trapped in the Closet. Kel say he got he got the whole Trapped in the Closet, little situation.
I actually let Noobs check out a few of those.
Yeah, he said it's done, ready to go. He was getting ready to bring that back out. Dude, R. Kelly, when it comes to music and creativity, man, he just was on a whole another level, man.
He was Pac in R&B, and Pac was him in rap. And I'm standing on that.
Shout out Darlene, man. Darlene, 14 months members. Shout out to Darlene, 14-month member. Yeah, man, shout out to Darlene for life, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. We gotta get these memberships. We gotta protect the platform, man. But one thing I can say, we don't have the bullshit over here, man. A lot of people know when they come on Big Vibe platform, they better straighten up and fly right.
Yep.
And I did say for Lisa Trash in the beginning of my live, I blocked her on the last live because her comment, it seemed like it was coming at somebody, but she mistyped in the chat and she emailed me, and me and her had a conversation, and I came on like the man that I am, and I apologized to her for blocking her versus trying to get an understanding. But y'all know I have a zero tolerance to bullshit. Like I don't try to understand it when I don't want nobody in my chat to get disrespected. I don't let people that be in the chat disrespect others, and we try to keep it that way. But I do apologize to Miss Lisa. Thank you for reaching out to me. We got to understand it, and I did go and fix that situation. So you are now back in the chat again.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, so I'm telling you like this, man. I got to go ahead and get my life together. Got to go to work in the morning, just like you, Big Bang.
Oh, yeah, man.
So I want to shout y'all out, man, and much love to everybody. I'm going to be out of the loop on chats and everything until Sunday because I'm helping a friend tomorrow. She had a surgery, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that she's together and everything over the weekend. But I'm going to catch y'all on Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? When I come back to the crib and everything on Sunday, we're going to go ahead and get it in again, all right? So y'all come over to Provoke Thoughts Live and we're gonna talk about some things, man. You know, we talk about Kel, Trump, Diddy, Bill Cosby. We talk about the man in the moon, eclipses, crazy people, whatever the case, man. All the usual suspects. Everybody on this panel be over there, and it'd be a little something different, but we still talk about some of the same things. So don't be afraid to come check me out. Don't be afraid to go ahead and go over there and pre-like and pre-share and pre-subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500. Please get me there, y'all. Love y'all, man. For real.
Man, y'all go support Provoke Thoughts, man. If y'all ain't supporting Provoke Thoughts, man, I need y'all to hurry up and do so. Hurry up and do so. Like they say in the Chinese store, hurry up and buy. Hurry up and subscribe.
All right, man. Now, I love y'all in the chat, man. I love y'all on the panel, man. And I'll catch y'all on the next one, all right?
All right, man. Peace
All right,
out,
dude.
boy.
What's up, man?
Peace out.
Lisa Mo, I didn't. When did you send me something? Oh Lord. Lisa Mo, I'm gonna have to get your legs, Lisa Mo. I don't want to get attacked over here. Yeah, man. So news, man. What you think, man? You know, do you see the bullshit though? I'm quite sure you do.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was muted over here. I was over here chatting away a mile a minute like I knew what I was doing.
Oh.
But yeah, I look over here and I see Connie Moore's comment in the chat. She says, all of this is disheartening. That is why we are sitting here talking about it, sweetheart, because we're not going to keep falling for the same bullshit over and over and over again. And so the more people that know about, what is going on and can sit down and look at it and see, yeah, I see holes in this. I see lots of holes in this. Then the next time we see this, maybe it's P. Diddy, maybe it's somebody we haven't even thought of yet. But the next time we see this, we're going to get wise to this shit. And that's what needs to happen.
But they have made it to where, you used to could look at the news and, back when I was younger, man, you used to look at the news and thought it was credible. It had credibility. Yeah. But now we're living in a climate where whatever the news say, you just got to go look up the opposite of what's going on.
Exactly right.
They tell you what's going on, you go the opposite of what they say.
Yep.
And that's how you get to the truth.
And people need to know that applies to their trusted news sources too. I mean, I know a lot of people out there, particularly people on the conservative side, they like Fox News, and that's great. You can get a lot of good information about Fox News, but you also got to listen to what they're not saying.
Yeah. And see, the thing about the news now, it is now gone from pushing information to pushing agendas.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And like Denzel Washington said, it's about beating everyone else to the story. Don't matter if it's accurate or not, just beat them to the story.
Yes.
It's no Walter Jacobson, Bill Curtis, Walter Cronkite, no good ethics anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. And I've also heard people say that, they despise, one of the things that they despise about the internet is that, stories can get out there so fast. But for me, my counter to that is, yeah, but they get debunked pretty freaking fast too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, and it's going to be channels like this that debunk the BS that all the talking heads repeat over and over and over in every segment on every channel every day.
Right. It's like you got to maneuver in the middle, because it's like news. If you got to be careful, because you can watch it and be ill-informed. I mean, you can be misinformed. But then if you don't watch it to see what's going on, then you ill-informed. So it's like, what do I go down the middle at? And like you said, you have to be able to have a sense of awareness and be able to see through the finessing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and ask questions no matter what you believe.
Check this out, y'all. Check this shit out. Now, Demetrious Smith, you can put this in your pipe and smoke it.
I hear some of you guys still think the Weight Watchers is just for women. Even though I, Sir Charles, have been telling you that Weight Watchers has helped me lose 42 pounds and counting, and I can still eat man food like steak and pizza. So if this is what I gotta do to get you to listen, then take a good look. But my eyes are up here, guys. Lose like a man. Go to WeightWatchers.com.
The hell was that?
I hear some of you guys still think the Weight Watchers is just for women. Even though I, Sir Charles, have been telling you that Weight Watchers is...
What are you doing to us?
What the fuck, Charles Barkley?
That's what I'm saying. What did we just watch?
Charles Barkley. I don't even know what to talk about.
They got you doing a Weight Watchers commercial that's supposed to be targeting men, but you dressed like a fucking woman?
Yeah. Yep.
No wonder why you got a show with Gayle King.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know. Maybe Charles Barkley got his signals crossed. Maybe he thought he was doing a secret commercial, strong enough for a man but made for a woman.
I'm not sure there was a whole lot of thought process there.
I don't even know what to say about that. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'm just
mess up my pride.
Yeah. Well, and
he was kind of on that. He was on that route.
Yeah,
Charles,
I can't wait to get to the crib now.
Charles is a lot bigger than me, and so I'll just leave that. Yeah.
What the heck is going on, man? Wow, man.
Sure say she wasn't able to get the membership. Ask Ashley to put the link in the chat. Ashley Davis, if you still in the chat, can you put the link in the chat? Yes, Lord, man. One thing about it, man, I be over here. I be trying, man. I be trying my best to bring y'all information that I feel like is good information that y'all would like. We revisit these guys like Demetrious Smith, Darren McDavid, all of these guys. And every time that we look back at these guys, we're going to always hear something different, or we're going to have a different understanding to it based off of the other stories that we listen to. And we bring this stuff back full circle. But I think I'm going to bring back my timeline, the timeline of accusers. Because I have those images that shows the timeline of the different accusers from early 1990s all the way up until 2018.
Hey, if you get me a copy of that Big Vi, then I'll see what I can do about getting it put on like a Google Docs, and then we can spam that out in the chat, during your shows and stuff. And people who have things that they want to add or whatever, they can add it right to that revision that we have going on Google Docs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We'll give it a try and see how it works.
Right, because I got the timeline somewhere and show me. I just gotta go through my phone.
Yeah, I think you got my number too, don't you?
You had Derek.
Okay, Nisi, can you send Big Vi my cell phone number?
Yeah, that'll work. Nisi Mo can send it to me.
Oh, Big Vi.
What's up with it?
I just put in a video in the private chat that I think you should check out. I think it'll be real interesting.
I mean, is it gonna cause us to elaborate on it some more?
It might.
I don't want to keep going because my time is an hour ahead of most of y'all.
Gotcha.
No.
Well, do this, Big Vi. Review
Hold
it,
off
and
on it
then
if you want to.
yeah, and we'll hit it next time.
Yeah. So I'm off for the weekend and need some.
Hey, J Rock, send that to my phone for me, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll do that. I see
Thanks,
Lex.
Niecy.
Hey, Darlene. Yes, Lord, man.
I see Lexington came up in here. What's good with it, Lex?
Oh, Nisha say the show is over with Charles and Gail already. That shit was
Oh
short.
yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. I saw something about it saying that one of the hosts said goodbye, but it I didn't get a chance to go into the article. I did see it from somewhere, but I couldn't confirm it.
Wow, damn, this shit over with already.
What did he do?
Damn, Charles. Almost came
The
in
King
drunk.
Charles show that was on CNN has been scrapped.
Oh no.
That shit wouldn't generate no views. That's just like TNT on basketball. That shit is not the same with like it used to be.
What's up, fam? How y'all doing?
Hey.
What's up with it, Lex?
What's up,
I
Lex?
just did.
I was reaching
All
out
right.
to you. What's up with it?
Oh yeah. I was listening to everybody making their comments and things like that, but I just came in on the chat so I can let y'all check out this link I just put in there for everybody to take a look at it when y'all get y'all time to do it. Just check it out, and I mean y'all can talk about it on the next live, or y'all can give y'all feedback on it whenever y'all get a chance. But I happened to run across it and I listened to the whole thing. I said, well, this would be something good for everybody to listen to and get their thoughts on it. As far as all the unproven points that's being made between Mr. Kelly and Leah. And I thought this would be a good link for everybody to just listen to and give their thoughts on it. So I went ahead and put it in the chat before this live is over, so that way everybody can have it. Even the people in the chat, they can take a look at it and have it for themselves and just brainstorm on it and go from there.
And you put that in the private chat, right?
Yes, sir. And I also put it in the main chat too. I may have to do it again because I think it has so many things, but it is in the private chat as well though.
Okay.
So this right here is something like it look like this news. I'm gonna have to send it.
I just reposted it in the community chat there.
All right.
I don't know why it didn't go through. Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. It was real interesting to hear someone of their stature talk about the events or the events that they thought did happen, and just to sit back and listen to everything that's being said according to what they thought and what the media is saying, and they're piecing things together, and we're breaking it down and brainstorming. Okay, if this really did happen, then why is this not showing that it happened? So it's just one of those things.
And the other thing that I have noticed, and this has been recent, like in the last couple of months, because I haven't been, into this R. Kelly story for very long, and things are disappearing off the internet. Things that I have looked at and researched before and bookmarked, and I've gone back to a couple of weeks later, and they're just gone. And so everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel, when you see something, man, if it's a video, whatever it is, download it, copy, paste, do whatever you got to do, because stuff is coming up missing. And Derek has noticed this too, because he and I have been, online together and gone back and looked for stuff that we knew was there, and it's just gone.
Hey, noobs, you are absolutely right. Because like I said before on Big Vi's last live, there was information that was being scrubbed off the internet in regards to an incident regarding R. Kelly, and it was wiped off, and it was linked to to the altercation his entourage had in Louisiana.
Yep.
And the only piece of information about it was the article that MTV had. And if it wasn't for MTV posting that article, you never even would have known that information happened.
Yeah.
Unless you spoke to people that was from that area that were there at the time it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because the strange part about it, Noobs, there was no information from the local media about the incident.
Right.
And you would think with somebody of a celebrity of R. Kelly's caliber being in your town and having an incident like that, but the local media don't have no information about it.
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
And here's the thing, and some folks that are listening, they're gonna have an oh shit yeah moment. It is not difficult these days to essentially erase yourself from the internet anymore. There are companies out there that do it, and you have all probably seen ads for these companies. And so when stuff comes up missing like that, I mean, it goes missing from everywhere, because if it is about you or, relates to you or whatever, and you hire one of these companies to nuke all your smoke, it will go away.
I find it problematic for us to not be able to go back and research information that.
Hold on, J Rock.
Yeah.
Now I see what you're talking about with the because now I'm sitting here reading the article. MTV saying that the brawl in Lafayette happened in 1997. But I'm looking at an article right here saying a July 1996 brawl at a Lafayette, Louisiana health club involving R. Kelly and his entourage. Kelly was placed on a year unsupervised. Oh, so this is a whole nother shit right here.
Right, because the article was dated August of 1997, but they're saying that the brawl happened in July of 1996. The brawl didn't happen in 1996 because 1996 would have meant that it would have been his top secret tour when it happened. And Vi, shout out to you for sending me the text on the chat on I think in the comment section on your last live, because somebody posted a comment, had the exact same name of the concert of the tour. It was called the Very Necessary 12-Play Tour, and it was with R. Kelly, Escape, and Salt and Pepper. That was the tour that R. Kelly was on at the time when the altercation happened.
Yeah. And so, because that Big Vi, that image you got on the screen right now, we are going to get down to the day, date, hour, and time.
Now,
definitely.
Over.
Y'all see what Miss? Go ahead. I was gonna say, did y'all see what Miss Pat just said?
Yeah, I know the man that was R. Kelly's bail bondsman when that happened. He showed me the pics. Bail bondsman, when what happened?
I don't know. She didn't go into further detail.
Could you elaborate on this, Pat? Are you talking about the bail bondsman with the incident in Lafayette, Louisiana? Is that the one you're talking about? The health club is named Reds. I worked. That's it. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Oh, and Noobs also on Big Vi's last live, there was a woman in the chat who co-signed everything I said and said she lives in Lafayette and she remembered it like it was yesterday.
Yep. See, and hopefully she shows up again, because man, I'm getting serious about this timeline thing. I mean, I think we can fill it out with all the stuff that we come up with, just from discussing, how things happen and when. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the funny thing about the timeline that's already up here on the screen right now, the biggest thing I noticed is between 2002 and 2017. The charges there from 2002, because he was acquitted around 2008. So essentially, he had a 10-year period where you didn't hear nothing from R.
Right.
Kelly. No
Right.
allegations, no rumors of allegations, nothing. So you had about anywhere from a 10 to 15-year gap where there was no issue.
Yeah, if we can come up with stuff like this, then the lawyers, they were too incompetent about trying to really do their due diligence about what was going on. So they let you know that they really didn't care. They want to just get the money and go ahead and ride off in the sunset. They weren't trying to keep him safe at all.
Well, hopefully this woman that he's got now, I forget her name, but I know, she was the same lawyer that worked Bill Cosby case and that sort of thing. I'm about a third of the way through her arguments on Big Vi's channel here. I even got a marker in there because there's some stuff in there that I'm not sure. I don't remember if we've talked about yet or not. But it's fairly recent too.
Well, today's show been good, man. We don't have to go too deep.
Mm-hmm.
We just scratch the surface, man, because this shit it's a never ending hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You never get to the bottom of it. You never gonna get to the bottom of it because it's so many moving pieces. But one thing I do take away from this whole thing is the lesson in it, and understanding that you don't have to directly be the person to go through something in order for you to learn. Especially when you look at R. Kelly's story, his life story, and the things that went on around this brother. Anybody should be, especially like when you talk about choosing friends, who you surround yourself with,
Exactly right.
how you deal with people. Like, this should be a lesson, man.
Yep.
How a man that's worth $1 billion, barely got money, to even leave his children if he was to leave the face of the earth today. And me and Unc, and one thing I said a long time ago when I first came on the scene, I say the thing with R. Kelly that was different than most artists. A lot of artists come into the music industry, and they come into the music industry because they want the money. You know what I'm saying? They come in chasing the money, and they go out chasing the money. What made R. Kelly so great and what made him last so long is because this music was his therapy. It was his getaway. The music for him wasn't never about the money, but the money came with it.
Right.
If he was chasing the money, he would have never got fucked over the way he did. Because he would have been saying, he would have been looking at his finances.
Exactly. He would have been on top of it. Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have took him 30 years to realize I need to walk inside the bank to see how much money I got if it was about the money. His thing was the love for the music, and that music was how he escaped what was really going on around him. And it's just sad, man, that that people take advantage of those type of situations and leave you for dead, basically. But just like Pac say, there rose that grew from the crack in the concrete.
They don't leave them for dead, though. I mean, they'll rob the corpse.
Oh yeah. But see, when you see people sit here and try to see how the hell weeds be growing through concrete. Some shit you just can't stop.
Who has control of R. Kelly's label now?
Huh?
Who has R. Kelly's label now?
Well, he don't have a label.
Nothing. I mean, who does he still own all the music?
See, I guess Sony and other people own the music.
I'm gonna make a note of that. We need to dig into that there, Big Five.
Oh yeah, I think a while back we talked about it, but I think I still got my boy Senator Sane. He talks about the people who own. Man, Senator Sane, he got one video, I cannot find it, but he had a video that he put up where he broke down off every song, who get paid, how many people. Man, some of these songs that R. Kelly didn't put out, he got 5 or 6 people getting paid off the song before he even get a penny.
Right.
Warner, Universal, Sony, IBM, so many different music groups. These people getting paid before he even get paid. These people getting paid off his music.
I'll get you going for another half an hour.
Right. But I'm finna close it out right now, man. And you know, I always have to say shout out to the chat and for always coming and keeping it real and kicking it and being respectful, respecting each other, having that respectful conversation. Because people think a conversation is 2 people arguing. There's no understanding. The only way we can have a conversation is if you talking civilized and I'm talking civilized, and that in the other people that's listening to what we're talking about able to contextualize the things that we are saying. That we sitting on here just going back and forth around, nah, motherfucker ain't do this, man. You bitch ass mother. People that'll never get us nowhere. But long as we can have these clear conversations and raise clear questions and come with clear answers, is only going to provoke the people to go out and do research for themselves. And that's what my purpose is when I do my live. I try to come up with and present information that the people in the chat, when we get off of here, they're gonna be going to look for some of this stuff.
Yep.
And when we come back the next time, they're gonna be like, Vi, did you see this? I found this. And that's what makes these lives so great, because not only do you have a great panel, you have a great chat that's also coexisting with the panel. You know.
Yep. I think we lost Big Vi.
Now I'm here.
Oh, there, okay.
So I was done, and I'm gonna yield back and let y'all say y'all closing remark.
All right, I'll go quick and get up out of here. Thanks for letting me on here, Big Vi. I got something out of it, like always. You know, whether it's this channel or Provoke Thoughts, you know, I get my notepad going over here, and you know, I do the research, man.
Man, look, Noobs, bro. Hey, you always welcome here, man. You're a part of the brotherhood, and like I say, man, I like for people to see that this is not just a black thing. This is a cultural thing. You know, it's not just about one man. It's about all men.
That's right.
And how what they're doing right now in the world, it doesn't just affect the celebrity. It affects every man that's walking this earth. Because what happened to Bill, Trump, R. Kelly, those people have finances. If that shit happened to us, shit, we fucked. We better hope it's a Big Vi opinion or a Noobs or Provoke somebody out here talking about us and keeping our name alive. Because if not, we just gonna be sitting in there hoping and praying that the Innocence Project come and get us out.
Yeah. Because I mean, you think about it, normal folks, you know, you don't have the money to fight that machine.
No.
You know?
Nope.
Shout out to Sher, new member. Yes, sir. No,
all right. Good night, everybody. Who's up next?
Good night, Noob. Good night, my brother.
Good night, Noobs. Appreciate you.
I don't know if anybody else going live tonight.
Well, I'll go ahead. I'll say my piece. Vi, thank you for having me on as usual. And you know, it's funny now looking back on some of all this stuff. Like I said on your last live, when it looks like that the stuff was insignificant at the time, you go years forward, you realize how really truly significant all the details are. And I mean, this really, and then I think this situation really pretty much calculates this a lot. I mean, you look at Bill Cosby, you look at R. Kelly, you look at what Trump is going through, and even Diddy now. It's like, Spitfire always talk about there's a war against masculinity, war against men. That they all and men should have been speaking out a long time ago. They made the mistake thinking that it was just about that one person. It wasn't going to be about anybody else. So now it's starting to filter down to everybody else. Now it's like, oh shit, it's a problem. So now men just gonna have to they're just going to stand in their square and they're going to speak up. But like I said, once again, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the chat. Much love to everybody. Definitely going to be looking forward to catching you on the next live.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow night. It's gonna be going down tomorrow night. I don't know what the subject matter gonna be, but it's gonna be something.
Oh, give me a little time, but I'm gonna do a little digging tonight myself.
All right, man. But that article was on Reddit. When you type it in, R. Kelly sued in Lafayette, Louisiana. You gotta stroll down because it's gonna show the MTV stuff. You just gotta keep strolling down and you will see it on Reddit, and it's gonna say July 1996. And that's the thing that makes you question because of MTV saying 1997, Reddit saying 1996. There go right there is the inconsistency within the story. So hey, that's what we have to point out. Shit like that.
Yeah, you see, MTV thought they were slick. You see, they went on ahead and put it in 1996, and then
they put MTV got 97 on there.
Well, 97 according to the date that they put their article out. But they're saying the incident happened in 96 though. But they tried to be slick because they thought by saying it happened in 96 and having the Lafayette local media information being wiped out, that nobody would dispute and nobody would have picked up on it. But when you got people that were there and knew the date when it happened, if Lafayette's information would have come out from the local media, it would have automatically discredit the MTV article.
Right.
And then you find out that in that on that tour, which was with him, Escape, and Salt and Pepper, that tour was in 94. And that's when that whole thing happened.
Right. We're going to expose that shit tomorrow.
Oh, for sure. All right,
y'all expose that shit tomorrow. Thanks, Teresa. Most definitely. Thanks for the super chat. So Lex, what's up with it? So yes, we ain't got no Lex. Uncle Muse.
Lost Lex.
Yeah, nephew.
We getting ready to get up out of here, man.
Yeah, I'm just listening. Way to go now. I'm just ready to get off. I got another hour and a half, nephew. And it's my Friday. Right. So I'm just ready to get up out the plantation.
I'm already knowing. Already knowing. You yield back.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with it. I just yield back. Definitely everybody.
Okay. Well, as for me, if you would like to donate to the channel, if you would like to donate to Big Vi, if you would like to donate Big Vi lunch tomorrow on his first day at work, or a cold Gatorade, you can do so by Big Vi Opinion and Cash Out. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can do so by Super Chat, Super Thanks. If you have any information, I'm still trying to get caught up on my emails, from when I was down with my ear. But if you would like to send me any information that you all feel is that could contribute to the movement that we're in, the direction that we're trying to go, you could do so by sending it to Big Vi Opinion 88 at gmail.com. Continue to keep Mr. Kelly in your prayers. Just keep all people that are going through injustices in this country in your prayers, man. This country wasn't meant to be going in the direction that it's going in. And we gotta pray and continue to pray and just hope that the people that we are aligning ourselves with are getting their house in order, because we're living in some wicked times right now. And we are dealing with a lot of wicked people. We dealing with people who don't want to accept no accountability for any other thing that they've done and put out into this universe, but they expect someone else to pay for it. If you haven't already subbed to Provoke Thoughts, make sure you go over there, give Provoke Thoughts a subscription. Conversation with Sir Miguel. Make sure you go support him. Our brother Kingpin and Crux, go support our brother Jeff Taylor. We got News, man. Shout out to News for coming over, kicking it with us. Man, greatly appreciated. Very intelligent guy.
Thanks,
And
man.
one thing about me, man, I'm good. I'm good for a decent conversation when it comes down to people who are willing to listen at the facts or listen at the evidence and form their own conclusion based off of what they see and hear. A lot of time it's easy to run with the narrative. It's easy to eat the chicken once it's done. It's easy to just pull up to the dinner table when all the food been cooked.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you have to go in that kitchen and cook it yourself. And that's what makes it so much. And I tell y'all, man, I didn't used to like reading. I didn't used to like, I wasn't big on no social media. I wasn't educated when it comes to the law. And for those three reasons right there, I want to give R. Kelly a shout out, because it was the R. Kelly case that prompted me to sharpen up my tools.
Yes, sir.
Somebody told me when you go inside of a courtroom, there's a sign that sits behind the judge that said ignorance to the law is no excuse.
Yes, sir.
Understanding that rights wasn't put in place for us, that's why they made amendments to include the people like us. But at the same time, if you don't know your Constitution and you don't know where you stand when it comes to the Constitution, you're going to continue to let people walk over you. And I'm a year back. Courtney, what's going on? These 5 years of my life, I'll tell y'all have been probably by far the best 5 years of my life. I've endured some things, but at the end of the day, man, my fight must continue. When roadblocks came, I got over them and kept moving. Some shit I had to bring with me, some shit I had to let go. But that's life, though.
Yep.
And when you're doing something good and you're doing it the right way, trust me, that's when you're going to be tested the most.
Yep.
If you don't have tribulations in your walk, you must not be walking in the right direction. Your walk must not be right. Because if you walking in righteous, man, you gonna be tried.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not what society like. Society don't like that. They don't like people that's spiritual. They don't like believers. They don't like people that understand. They don't like people that ask questions. Society wants your ass to just be computer chip and keep and walk straight.
A consumer.
That's it. That's it.
Yep. I'm gonna say this last thing on what you just said, nephew. News: a tree never starts above the ground and keep growing. I'm gonna let that breathe for a moment. It has to go down deep first and spread before it can start going above the ground. This Uncle Muse, let that breathe, take that food for thought. Bless you, nephew. You know it's always solid. For life, for life. Muse, it's a blessing to always have you on the panel, my brother. You're a blessing. Blessing to everybody in the chat. Godspeed to everyone. I'm out.
All right. And I'm finna be out. Shout out to Miss Courtney. What's up? What's up, Miss Courtney Love? My girl. Shout out to everyone who became a member today. Shout out to everyone who plan on becoming a member. The memberships are only $2.99. I'm not out here trying to get rich. But I do understand that I'm just trying to keep the StreamYard going so that we can have great productive panels. That's it. That's all. So my brother Noobs, until next time, let me see, because I need to make sure I lock you in right quick before I get off this live. Just drop a comment on the live, Noob.
Okay. Let's see. Let me go to the right page here. In there.
Okay. Yeah. Let me I just want to make sure I get you locked in, so therefore you will be, notified each and every time the boy Big Vibes going live.
Yeah, and I got unsubscribed with all on your channel, so I should get the notifications.
Drop a comment, Lou.
Yeah, another one.
Drop another one right quick.
Sweet.
All right. Yeah, we locked in. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Thanks for having me on. It's always good to talk to you.
Most definitely. I got it, Nisimo. Thank you. She sent me your number, so I got it.
All right, sweet.
All right.
All right.
So
Good night,
that said, man, peace and blessings to each and every one of you beautiful ladies and gentlemen in the chat. Make sure y'all don't forget to say those prayers tonight. And when you wake up in the morning, say it twice. And with that being said, it's your boy Big Vi saying good night.
Oh, son, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?
I want out. But it's hard. I need answers, Mama.
Robert.
I need answers.
Son.